Last time
Yep.
on whatever the show is called anymore,
Yep.
Yllaxis was just a semi-permanent T-pose glitch person. I just carried around like a balloon for
We
like
got
3
into
weeks.
Yeah, that
Zan.
was funny.
It was crazy.
Um,
If I recall correctly, last
yeah,
time we spoke to a crazy gnome.
Oh,
We've
the
got some
craziest
information.
gnome, yes.
there's a gnome named Scrappy who's currently hiding under his bed over here. Talia casted Windwalk on everybody, so you can't touch things, but you can go really fast. And you're kind of
Correct.
hard to see.
Yeah. I remember this.
Scrappy referenced his gnome orb, and I think everybody went to look at it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we did go to look at it to see what was going on.
Yeah, does Yllaxis need to be filled in on what this place is?
A little bit. I think also
I
Elena
do
told
as
me a
well.
little
Yeah,
bit. Yeah.
I think you did
I
too.
think it's
Yeah.
probably for everyone's benefit because it's been a while.
Yeah, that sounds good. Why don't you guys do it? Because what you remember is what matters. So I think Fontiev was like the most active, right? Or Fontiev and
Yeah.
Fjord.
Yeah. You're asking the man with ADHD to recall details. Like this will be
Oh,
fun.
Where are we, Fontiev?
Oh, Rolden.
Do your best. Hey, Roland,
Oh.
what's up? So from what I remember, we got into is it Zan?
Yeah.
I wanna say it right.
After
Thank-
hiring a crew of dwarves to dig up the place that you bombed.
Correct, which we have
Yeah.
not gotten to get the spoils of yet, but it's happening. It is happening.
Yeah.
Yes. We got into Zan. We kind of where we came in, we noticed there were these fancy pink tree things that have tentacles that seem to kind of grab at things when they want. It looks like they grab them and pull them into the trees. We also saw this massive force of starspawn seers and these like gigantic infestors, like much larger than the corruptors that we saw.
And this mind flare.
Yes, and the mind flayer. Yes,
For a minute, I thought you said massive horse. I was like, oh shit.
the biggest
You still have
horse.
the centaur potion. Still have.
We do still have that potion. But yeah, so we saw these giant infestors, and Mind Flayer was riding one of them. We did see a Gaunt maybe. It was very far, so it was hard for us to tell. We ended up going underneath of the clouds, underneath of kind of like where the infestor and all of the manglers and starspawn seers could see us.
Right, this here on the right hand side, it's about 500 feet below and east of this other place.
Oh, maybe ping it because it's the left-hand side for me.
You can see how there's like a red line.
The red line on the
part
east
of the
side.
waves is about 500 feet down from the other side.
Yeah,
And towards the east.
yeah.
Which you guys flew through incredibly fast with the Windwalk.
Yes. Then we ended up, going underneath on the eastern side. We found, we saw an old rock, and it looked like there was some type of illusion. We found a gnome buddy who is definitely a little insane. He's been being messed with for a long time. What did we help? We helped him with something. What did we give him? We gave him something, or like did something for him. I know that Fontiev talked to him a little bit because Fontiev was our front man. Fontiev's been doing an excellent job of being the front man.
You helped him by telling him that there's other gnomes, which made him very
Right. Yes, that's what it was.
But
So
certain other things that you say also scare him very much.
yes,
Well, we're also trying to get him home.
we're trying to get him home. Scrappy is his name.
Yes.
I saw his little guy. Trying to get him home. He does not want to go home. He doesn't. I can't remember exactly what little hints he gave us around this zone.
Is he a pint-sized dog that talks?
Yep, you nailed it. Not a gnome at all.
Put him up. Put
Let
him
me at
up.
him. Let me at him.
But yeah, so we kind
So
of
he's in
talked
this
to him.
underground thing under the island, and it's hidden under a false rock over here.
Yes. And we kind of talked to him. We couldn't convince him to come with us. Right now, at least. I cannot remember what advice he gave us.
I put a few hints into the roleplay Chad channel.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
also, you saw him out eating some gaunt scraps and putting them in on a pan
Yes.
to fry them up with butter.
Yes. Been in Zan for 60 years. Claims that anywhere outside his burrow is not safe. He claims he was separated from his parents as a little boy. Claims that the rulers of this place did something terrible with his mother, right? Seems to have a reverence for this orb thing, the orb entertainment device, which is like a gnomish. It was playing like a gnomish soap opera, if I can remember
love it.
appropriately.
Gnomish soap opera,
Yes.
but the clothing was very different from the clothing of your gnome, suggesting that he came from some other society.
Right. Yeah, they look different, clothing wise at least. Okay, and that is all I remember. I'm sorry if I can't give you any more.
Also, we became super gods, and now we've defeated everything in the universe, and everything is safe.
Oh,
Perfect.
good. Yeah.
And-
love it.
We did
Love
it.
The end.
You're almost there.
Also, it turns out that Kiff is actually Godzilla, and he can
Speaking
do that.
of which, both Kiff and Yllaxis, you should spawn yourselves over here, or place
Gotcha.
yourselves over.
I will do that, provided one question, and I should
No.
have done this in advance. No, I should have done this in advance. I was thinking, because that was basically the rundown I got.
Yeah.
Since she's been out for a while, and since she's been, I guess I've been playing off of like the whole Silvery Moon sort of flipping in and out of reality thing. Would it be all right for this arc, Charles, that I have a different character, an already built level 15 sorcerer?
You're
But I've
level
been carrying her around like a
16.
balloon. You've been in T-post this whole time. What are you talking about?
16.
That can still
As
happen.
long as you have a reason, sure.
Yeah, no. The reason being that I think, like reality itself, based off of the Silvery Moon thing and the losing my memory of in the Valley of Gone, like it seems like there's this sort of almost blip of memory of everything.
Sure.
We're all here now.
Hello.
Hello.
It has been quite the while since all of us have been
Woohoo!
everything
Yeah, I'm
together
very
so far.
excited.
I know. I feel like we unlocked an achievement.
Bling.
You made it to 2022, yeah.
We did, yeah.
We did. We did.
Congratulations, you made it to 2022. Same as the last year.
No.
Mhm.
Please. Please don't.
Anyway,
So what's the person's name, Sean?
We'll send it to you.
Did you hear about this, Elena? Sean's changing a character.
Just for
No.
the I think this arc, this adventure, because I think it's fitting. This is well, I can reveal more through roleplay, but if you were to see him, he is a Triton with a bit of a scarred up face, with long green hair covered by a tricorn hat. He has a beard of sort of like seaweed color, stands at about 6 feet tall. There's something handsome about him, and the air of him. His name is Captain Cadus Stormcall, but that's Captain Stormcall to you.
whoa.
Mhm.
And
Interesting.
Fontiev totally knows who he is and has never not noticed his presence this entire time.
Oh, I forgot about the psychedelic table.
Yes.
Okay. How is Captain with us right now?
You tell me if
Maybe he was hiding under Scrappy's sofa until just this moment.
There you go.
I like to think I've been there the entire time, but can you show me where you were spawning? Sarah, you were saying, can you spawn over here? And
Yes.
I was
Ping that
busy.
for Sean so that I can put in a name.
thank you.
Storm
Just a
Call,
chorus of
correct?
things.
Captain Stormcall, that's right.
Got it. I'm gonna just change
don't have-
Yllaxis right now.
Or just yet, but
I
That's
guess I
okay.
have to go draw something again, huh?
Where did
No, you
Marius
No,
Maggie
don't.
come
I'm
from?
just
You do
switching the
not,
name.
Bob. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have to do that. He's only gonna last for this arc, I believe. I believe he is a creature. Well, you'll find out.
Is he a creature of the night? Is he Batman?
Oh
Please tell
no.
me he's Batman.
Creature of the Night just reminds me of
Touch.
yes.
It's the sequel to Caught in Her Web, Trapped in Her Web.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Creature of the Night. I love it.
Yeah.
Creature of the night.
Perfect. Okay. Captain Stormcall is not outlined in black, but like, guys will deal with it for right now.
Yeah, they suspend your disbelief.
There you go.
Standing in the corner, in your mind's ear, Kiff, you hear, what brings a creature like you to a place like this? I've not seen scales like that in years.
Kiff thinks for a moment. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Right, sorry, I did not get my typical blink of, you're talking. So, Kiff thinks about it for a moment and looks up to the stars or whatever stars they may be.
You're
Or
underground in a gnome burrow right now.
Copy that.
You look at the gum stuck to the ceiling.
Kiff for most of Kiff's life, you would think there would be stars up there, but, shaken by the rock formation atop him.
The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Anyway, he looks back to the fellow and says, "Friends, and good eats."
A kindred spirit, at least for the friends. Have you ever been on the high sea before, lad?
Kiff thinks for a moment and goes, I have been on float boat, if that is what you mean.
We've been on the sea of the sky.
Is this out loud or is this in Kiff's brain?
This is in Kiff's brain hole.
Perfect. I just wanted to make sure. This is all mental and we are still watching the soap opera. You got it. Keep going. Sorry.
That all good, all good. Aye, and did you get a thrill from the feel of the sea?
Oh, yes. Wind on scales. Kiff plays shanties for friends. Sing merry tunes. Kiff looked down, and everything very small.
Very small. Wow. You might be talking about one of them sky boats that they had in my day. Ah,
Yes, float boat. Boat that float in air.
I see. Well, perhaps that's something to try out one day.
Ask him if he knows about alternative power sources for float boat.
Tell me about your friends and your meaning of being here.
So if this is all telepathic, then
Yeah.
Kiff would is V here? Yeah, V is here.
Yeah.
Kiff would turn to V and go, just point and not say anything.
Oh no.
And just say, this is V. V friend is B. And he turns over to Marvis. This Marvis, he metal man. And then he turns to Fontiev and points, this is Fontiev. He has broom that fly, but he very scared of many things. And then he turns to Thalia, and he goes, and this
Not
Thalia,
scared of. Okay, maybe I am.
she talked to Mace. Mace seemed like a good guy though. So
If we
Are we all still little fluffy, foggy clouds?
Yeah, we're just kind of fog clouds.
We're just vibing.
We're just
Captain Stormcall had seen a lot of shit in his 15 levels, so he probably gets it. This is Windwalk.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's fair.
15 or 16? I thought we were 16.
You're 16.
Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Surprise.
Surprise. I think you need to level yourself up one more time.
If V sees Kiff kind of just pointing, V will turn to him and just ask, Kiff, are you all right? Why are you pointing?
Yeah, Kiff good. Grovelly friend asked me about friends, so I tell about friends. He seems like nice guy.
Who are you talking about, Kiff?
Then Kiff will turn to Captain Stormcall here.
Is Captain Stormcall physically in the room? Can we see him?
Yes, he's
Oh.
just at the corner. You've been distracted by the wonderful, enthralling performance of the
The
gnomish.
soap opera.
I imagine, can gnomish be Spanish, and then it's just like a telenovela?
Yes, it's a telenovela.
Previously
Yes.
on All My Kiff.
Yes. V will turn to the captain and just say, how did you get here? We traveled very far to get to this realm. How was it so easy for you?
In your head, you hear, I've been stuck to this sea for longer than I can remember. I had a life back on the material plane. But it seems like a distant vision at this point.
So what, like yesterday?
V
Could
kind of
be
just starts
yesterday.
looking at people.
Scrappy is peeking from around the corner. He looks like he's shivering with fear.
Scrappy power!
V literally ignores Scrappy. V does not care about Scrappy. I'm sorry, Scrappy. The player cares. The character does not give a shit. V kind of tilts their head to the side a little bit and says, you have been here for a very long time, yet we did not see you when you came in. We're still kind of like
It is
mist
almost as
people.
if you materialize into existence from somebody's brain suddenly to
Almost.
explain the disappearance of another character.
It's fine.
On occasion, I do that. This place, I'm sorry to say, the longer I've been here, the more of a fixture I have become of it.
Interesting. Can you tell us anything about where to find a gaunt?
I feel like, DM, I've seen them before, but probably don't have a good idea where they would be currently. Does that sound sufficient?
How would you be traveling around? Would you be traveling around with Windwalk like they are? Scrappy comes into the table and kind of clutches the orb protectively. How did you get here? Because there's a lot of like danger and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I believe my character is a captain lost at sea for a very long time, but in a very Wizard of Oz kind of way, he ended up stuck in
Magic Storm or something, right?
yeah, exactly. And he ended up shipwrecked in Gon and has been stuck here for years, and it's kind of made his mind start to deteriorate, and essentially.
Okay, so you would have seen that. You recall seeing a huge farm of Gonts, overseen by hideous
Old McDonald.
humans. But it's hard to tell exactly where it was. Hard to
Very
remember.
good. Yes, yeah. I've seen the beasties for sure, though. Could be port or starboard. Not quite sure how the world turns these days.
V just kind of tilts their head. Yes. Okay. You wish to join us? We are planning to go find the Gaunt, and we are also planning to find a way out of here after we have gotten what we need. If that is okay with everyone else, I'm gonna kind of look around at Fontiev And Marvis and Thalia just kind of like,
Talia's still watching the telenovelas.
Perfect.
Scrappy is clutching the orb and he says, you take Scrappy home? Out, back, out of this place?
V does not reply. Still waiting on confirmation from everyone else.
I literally had to walk away for a second. What happened?
V asked if the captain wants to join us, if it's okay with everyone, and he just kind of looks around and is like, huh?
And for the
I'm
record,
not sure. We have a pretty strict joining policy. I mean, there's a written exam, a practical skills exam. You have to join our union, and it's a whole involved process. Like the onboarding by itself will take at least 7 days.
Kiff just says, more friends, better friends. Yes.
for the record, the only people that have heard the voice, because it's all been in the head, are
Right.
V and Kiff. So
And Kiff.
nobody knows.
Nobody else knows. I don't think did he even tell V his name?
No.
No, that's what I thought.
Also, completely in character with a passive perception of 9. I don't think I would have noticed anyway.
You just don't even care. Yeah, I have a passive
I'm like
perception
fully
of 10.
gross.
So Kiff like wildly pointing at people. I'm like, okay, that's something I can actually
seems
see
sus.
in my and not even sus, just like, Kiff, what are you doing? Curious.
Scrappy takes an old magazine off the shelf and hands it to Thalia. It seems to be an interview with the stars.
Stars,
Like-
as in the stars of the
Yeah, I was about to say, the
soap
literal
opera?
stars or
No, the actors of the drama.
Ah,
Oh,
those
what
stars.
does it say?
It's orb dwellers, and he points feverishly.
What'd he say?
He says orb dwellers, and he points frantically at the old faded pictures on the paper.
ooh,
Can I-
ooh. What does
And
John
gentlemen.
Clooney say about his role and all of my ER children?
Can I read it while being a gaseous form?
Do you read Gnomish?
No.
You can try. You sure can look at the pictures.
Yeah. Do the people look like they do in the little orb?
There's a picture of them next to what looks like a very large and fancy book.
Ooh.
Okay. And they do, in fact, look like the same people? Do they look like older versions, younger versions?
They
Or
look
just-
like much older versions of the same gnomes.
Are we just gonna spend the rest of
Okay.
this just like pulling our own interdimensional cable episode of Rick and Morty right now? Because I am game for that.
And older gnomes, that's really old. I mean, think
They
of
get very old. They get very wrinkly. They get like twice as wrinkly as Rick.
These ancient gnomes had a
so
boat.
cute.
What was your question, Talia?
Oh no, it was a comment that the ancient gnomes had a boat.
He says, yes. You take me to them. We leave. We go now. We find gnomes. He seems very excited.
Where are they?
His face becomes crestfallen, and he just kind of shrugs and slumps. He says, "Scrappy doesn't know this."
Oh.
He says, "Scrappy can't read."
Oh.
I can't read this
Well-
either. Who is
How-
the thing
How
of
much you want to
understanding?
bet that there is a gnome
I do.
version of
do.
Seinfeld
Okay.
on this orb?
If
So out loud, I'd say,
Yeah.
I can't read this either, and wave it around.
yeah, V will put out their hand just like next to Thalia, like give.
I will just, with
Yeah.
2 fingers, just be like, "Bah," and
Uh,
put it in your palm.
If I use the staff of understanding, can I understand? No, I can't right now because
Can't use items because you're
I'm a gas. I forgot.
yeah.
Whale.
revert if you want.
Not yet. V's just going to say, well, we can do nothing about this now. We think that it might be best for us to make sure it is safe outside before we start to move. Scrappy, you will stay here until we've deemed it safe. That's it. Then V's gonna just start
It's a little
leaving.
fat, but you're nuts.
V's just gonna start walking and say, or well, floating, I'd just remark that, you know, we don't have too much time with this spell, correct, Thalia?
I think it's like 7 hours.
Well, we have probably 5 left. We should make sure that we are
It
prepared
is 8
for
hours
any...
total. Yeah.
Fair enough. We should probably we should make sure that we are prepared for any instances, and if we are able to find a Gaunt, is exactly what we are looking for. We do need that milk.
Yeah, and remember, I'm pretty sure it was a step. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the Gaunts can't survive in our dimension
This is,
or something.
Yeah,
I don't
believe
know.
they suffocate.
I don't
They-
know about this.
Yes, Fontiev's right. He remembers correctly.
Okay, so we have to milk it here.
Also, we're supposed to kill the brew mother lady.
Brew mother?
Brew mother? Brood mother?
Brew
The,
de-
the
brew?
what brew? She makes the Red Death. Right?
Ah, the bread death.
The Red
Red
Death.
Death.
That's
The brood
just,
mother is
that's
breeding
just
death.
Really, yeah. No, I was thinking bread like the
I
delicious
thought you were
food.
saying brew, as in she was brewing beer.
Yeah, the brew mother.
The Red Death.
What an excellent name
Is
for a
this
beer,
still
the Red Death.
is this still in Talia's head?
Was
Or-
any of that in
Sean.
my head? I think that was all out loud for me.
No, I meant for Captain Stormcall.
I was just agreeing with that.
Ah.
If this is something in Talia's head and you're I
No,
don't know if you
she's
were
saying
talking
out loud,
about
but I'm saying, are you talking to her mentally?
If I was, I would tell her, you know, it's been the same episode for eons now. I can tell you how it ends.
So, I mean, Thalia can't really like frown as a gaseous form, but she's trying to frown, and she's like, "Babsy, why did your voice get so deep? And how have you seen this show?"
Babsy says, I'm just as amused as you, Talia.
Where I come from, that's disrespectful. You may refer to me as Captain. Or Captain.
I love it.
Captain Babsy.
But you have heard of him.
Via's gonna cut in and say,
And then I will
it's
whisper, "Babsy, I think there's someone else here."
Talia, it's the man at the door, or the person at the door. I don't know. Gender, male, female, man.
Male,
Okay,
yes.
cool.
And
I
did
remember
you
you said
say
he. I just want to make
That
sure.
you're bluish or green?
He is
Yeah, what
bluish.
do
He's
you
blue
look
Okay.
like?
in the hair.
Turn around, be like, "Oh, there's a blue person."
Yes.
For the record, I'm also blue.
Oh, I didn't know Talia was blue. I knew she was like
pale, light
blue colored. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a cloud right now. You're as white and fluffy as the clear skies of the sea.
Well, thank you. That's very kind.
We
I
should
prefer
get-
storm clouds.
We should get moving. He's just like constantly trying to be like, let's leave. Let's
Are
leave.
we killing something, or are we going out through a portal?
We're
Are we going through
probably
a
doing
different
neither
portal?
of those, Talia.
Are we
We
going
need
through
to
the same
find.
portal?
Kiff turns to Talia in Dash's form and just goes, "No, we must milk." And then goes past Captain Stormcall, says, "Squeeze me," and joins V on the other side.
Just floats past him gently.
If
Captain-
if I was to successfully let you help you acquire this milk, will you help me find a way back?
We are planning to go back ourselves. We think this is a fair deal.
Are you talking out loud now?
I think that was to you. Out of character.
Awkward.
Out of character. I don't think
Awkward.
he had to talk to a person in years, so he like doesn't know.
Oh, he's
that-
just, he is really mentally talking to people just because he does not know how to use his little voice flaps.
He
Maybe he
doesn't-
doesn't know we're real.
So never
talking
mind
to
if it's
a
to
cloud
tell you.
is totally fine and
Yeah.
normal. Like he's just talking to a cloud.
There you go.
A
Talia,
cloud that
if you feel free
represents
to
the material plane.
feel free to
Oh,
answer.
That was to me. Sorry, I don't know what thing is to whom. So
Yeah, if you could
please
denote.
tell me one more time.
Yes. If I was to help you milk the beasties, will you help me find my ship and portal back to the material plane?
Okay. You're not going to betray us, right? If you do,
Thalia.
I'll cut your limbs off one by one, and then I'll poke your fingernails out of your fingers.
Ouch.
I wouldn't have it any other way, lassie.
Okay. Which way do we go?
Do you... V's directing this at Captain Stormcall. You have any way to turn into a gaseous form? Say, maybe gaseous form.
Gaseous form. No, but I have ways to... Oh, let me look at my little listy. Give me a
I
second.
too have ways.
I too have ways. I am also ways.
Mood.
That little list.
Did you upgrade to level 16?
He's level 16 now, yes. There's a little listy boy. There we go. Should be here. Where are you?
Oh, you're looking for spell list?
No, it's not even a spell. It's a
Oh.
it's a ability.
Oh, it's an
The
ability.
fog cloud ability?
No.
Revelation.
No.
Flesh.
Yes, revelation of flesh, but there was a
What?
list. And I can't find all the options that come from the list.
Sorry, what the
And-
fuck is that?
It's a little thing that I can like just alter things about myself for a set amount of time.
Just a,
Ooh,
just a little ditty.
Just a little ditty.
that's cool.
Oh man. So whenever you can't reach something on the top shelf, you just make yourself slightly taller.
Oh, that's what you picked. Oh, that's awesome.
I thought this was fitting for the setting, but I can't. It doesn't seem to want to keep the entire list up there. It's just like, as a bonus action, you can do this. Oh, thank you. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. That wasn't nice of them. That wasn't nice of them. Anyway, I can be invisible for 60 feet, creature within 60 feet of you. I can gain a fly speed equal to my walking speed and can hover. You gain a swim speed equal to twice your walking speed and can breathe underwater. You can move through any space as narrow as 1 inch without squeezing, and you can spend 5 feet of movement to escape. Yeah, so I can just gain a fly speed and can hover.
We also have some abilities to make you invisible if need be.
I can also make myself invisible, but I appreciate that.
Can you do both at the same time, though? Fly and also be invisible?
Is this some kind of wand measuring contest?
No. I'm literally asking because I don't know if he
I
can
can.
do both. Okay.
They don't last for a very long time, but I can do
Do
both.
those if he spends multiple sorcery points.
Ah, I was
I can
trying to
do both.
suss out what his class was. I wasn't really sure, and I haven't played a sorcerer in a hot minute, so. Oh, it's
Yes,
only.
I can
10
do both,
minutes.
but yeah, it doesn't last very long.
You guys cannot take any actions except move or dash.
Right.
And
We
talk. It doesn't say you can't talk. It's,
Right. We can move, dash, and make quiet ghost sounds.
We like whisper loudly.
We can vibrate the gas that we are.
We
To
can
make
already
sound.
vibrate.
No.
We can
So-
already vibrate.
Is the question like, can I move fast? So I can.
The statement is, we are going to be traveling large distances, and it seems as if the corruptors as well as the mind flayers and the other enemies that do not like us particularly are somewhat perceptive at the very least. It may be best to be as not invisible as possible, but as unseeable as possible. But we also do not have anything for you to. We cannot carry you. So if
Not
I
a
just
problem.
I don't know how
Option.
many you can do at the same time. But
Well, I can do
how?
both. They only last 10 minutes. However,
Yeah.
I can. Well, I can't do both of those simultaneously, but I can just turn into a beast
Oh,
as well.
is that also a 10-minute thing or no?
That is a yes.
Oh.
I
So we're-
probably I wouldn't be invisible with it. I would just be a giant eagle in the space.
Yeah, if need be, then we can cast invisibility or something of the sort. Let me make sure that I have that. Should I do? It's concentration, but I'm not concentrating on anything right now.
Without unwind walking and rewind walking, it would definitely be more risky for Mr. Stormcall.
Yes.
But you can certainly do that. Yeah.
Well, I don't think
I
we
wouldn't
can
be able to rewind walk.
rewind walk.
It's
Yeah,
only one
It's a
6th
one
level
s-
spell slot a day.
right. It's
Alright.
a 6th-level spell slot. We literally don't have any ability to
No
do that.
problem. I will. This is what I'll do. I will turn into a. And how fast are you guys moving?
So
Like,
we
We're
can
very fast.
dash if we want to. Yeah,
300 feet per round.
yeah, we
Oh,
might.
shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
real fast.
I can't keep up. So
Yeah.
the speed I can go at is 160 per round.
Okay.
And if you're willing to move at that pace, it cuts it in about half. But I can
I'm okay
just
with
be, and we can all be close together, and I will be in your cloud cover.
Yeah, we're okay with that. Probably.
Scrappy gets nervous
That's
with this, and he says, "Don't leave, Scrappy, please, please."
We'll be back, Scrappy. Do not worry.
He starts to cry.
Oh, poor Scrappy.
V turns around and continues to move. V does not give a shit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Such a wonderful host.
I mean, V also has expressed that his little buddy is expendable, and V is not the nicest of individuals. Not mean, he's just not nice.
Scrappy goes and hugs the orb.
You're a monster.
Are we all going out?
Okay, so it's a couple stairs up, and there's a little vertical trapdoor under the illusionary rock. So, how do you want to open it?
Oh, is it like a little rocky rock? I thought
It's like kind of rock you hide a key under, except it's hiding a whole gnome house.
yeah, okay. Well, just gonna call back. We need Scrappy to open the door. Someone get him. If one of you guys, Fontiev or Thalia, wants to convince him to come open the door for us, we need that.
And
Okay.
You're more persuasive than I am, but I could try to talk to him. I just want to go.
I go over Scrappy. Well, I float
Scrappy is
over to Scrappy.
hugging his orb.
Scrappy.
Yeah,
Scrappy, my good friend.
you notice that the orb has wires going into the wall, but he says, "Yeah."
Would you mind opening the door for us?
He says it's not safe out there. You shouldn't go.
We're very aware of this. However, we do need to try, I guess. The more I talk to Scrappy, the more he makes more sense.
Try what?
We need to go and try to complete the task we came here to do, and get back to our world.
I'll be back in 45 seconds, sorry.
Scrappy says, "Oh, but Scrappy help! Scrappy help! Scrappy has useful item." And he goes and he runs into his bedroom.
Fontiev casually floats to towards his bedroom. Very odd sentence,
He
but okay.
holds up a staff, which is similar to the staffs that you found, except it has a C shape on the tip. He says, "Use this. Useful. Scrappy stole from Purple Faces."
Scrappy, do you happen to remember where they use this?
He says, "Scrappy think it's for Portal."
Have you seen them specifically use this on a portal, though? I'm taking it regardless of which. I'm just saying, do you remember seeing them use it on a portal? And if so, do you remember which one it was?
He scratches his head and then he says, "Scrappy don't remember." He
Don't
says,
worry, Scrappy.
"You wish to leave Scrappy all alone, right?"
We're not going. We are going to get you home eventually.
He just kind of slouches and slumps over to the door like a sulking child. And he says, Scrappy will open the door when you're ready.
Okay, I guess we did that. Fellas? Hello?
Yes, we are ready.
I'm asking everybody in... Well, I'm gonna wait for Kiff to come back because I don't know.
He's using the bathroom. Just keep going.
No, I want to make sure that Matt doesn't want to do anything before we end up leaving.
I think he's good. Yeah, I think he's good. I wouldn't worry. You know, Kiff.
Okay, sorry, I got something in my eye right now.
That's okay. Yeah, I think it is time.
Alright, so before I leave, I kind of want to float back over to the orb, and I just want to go inspect those wires.
Scrappy sees you do that, and he runs as fast as he can, which is far lower than your wind speed. He says, don't touch the wires. The orb wires are important. Please don't touch.
Well, why are they important exactly?
He says they power the orb. He says, I only saved this from Mommy's bag of holding. Please, it's very delicate and precious.
Scrappy, I'm not going to do anything to it, I promise. However, I'm just curious about one thing. Where do the wires go?
They're a wire.
Scrappy doesn't understand it, but it's he's about to answer, and he says, okay, if you take Scrappy home, or to more gnomes, Scrappy will tell you. And he nods.
We are going. We never said we weren't going to take you home. So, and I told you that we were going to. So, yeah.
Good.
We need to just fulfill our task here first in order to save the lives of many people, many of Scrappy's future friends. There we go. I was flipping for a second there.
Well, Scrappy may share it with you, he says.
Okay.
You promised to come back, right?
Yes.
Good. He looks pleased by that. And then he's going to come back to the door, ready to open it when people want him to.
Okay. As to everybody else, hello? Ready to go?
Yes. Yeah. We all said that we were ready to go.
Bueller?
Yeah, we're ready to go. Let's do it.
Okay. Wait, actually, before we open that door, Scrappy, you've been here for a very, very long time, correct?
He says, oh, too long. Scrappy needs
Have you ever managed to memorize exactly if they have, like, some kind of, like, patrol pattern or places that they go to frequently at certain times? Would you happen to remember any of that?
He thinks. He says, Flappies, he says. Flappies often drop Gaunt on these islands. And then they drop it and it goes squish, and then they peck upon it.
What about...
They sometimes ride Flappies.
They sometimes ride with Flappies.
Usually big ones, sometimes medium-sized ones.
Interesting. Do you know when that happens?
He says, Scrappy, not no time in this place. The time is a flat circle, he says, with a sigh.
What about the weird one with the weird tentacles coming out of his face? And I just put my hands in front under my chin and start wiggling them.
Purple face. He says, don't. He says, oh no. He says, Purple Faces saw Mommy. They hurt her. He says, oh poor Mommy.
Does he ever leave his little encampment area, or does he regularly move around? From what you remember.
Who are you talking to?
Scrappy.
Who's he? He who?
The squid face man.
So they only come sometimes. Usually when Flappies want to snack.
I see.
Scrappy go and grab Gaunt scraps for Gaunt bake.
Do you happen to know where the Gaunts typically come from?
He says, yeah, Gaunt Farm. He says, pointing up. There's Gaunt Farm with Brewmother, and he points up. Way up. Hard to reach, not easy to reach. Hard to reach, he says.
So, like, when he points up, he means like directly above us, as far up in the sky.
He says, oh, hard to say. Sometimes Scrappy hop in portal before it closes, and Scrappy goes to a place Scrappy doesn't know. And then he holds up the staff. Yeah, but Scrappy can use this to get home.
Can you use it from anywhere or just at the specific key?
He says this staff will work on any portal. Scrappy thinks.
And that staff brings you to the guns.
No.
Where does it
Bring
bring?
Scrappy home. Bring Scrappy home. Scrappy, you need to get home. Yes.
Okay, so given Fontiev's recent memory, because it hasn't been that long since we came in here, was there a portal that was near this place that he might be referring to?
Literally just outside the rock. We remember
outside the
from...
rock.
But remember
It
last... Oh, go ahead.
Faded away, but its frame is there.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, we know that each of the keys kind of goes to a different designated portal. We do not know which key goes to which portal, though.
Well,
And we will have to go out of our gaseous form to use them,
Okay.
which means we will be visible and fightable.
And we need a minute to revert back to physical form.
Which, like,
minute
we could do in here. It might not be the worst idea.
That's up to you, but specifically, does our sea captain want to take charge of said key for the moment, because he's the only one that's physical?
Yes. If you could hold on to this.
That'd be a keepsake.
What is your name, by the way?
Apparently Scrappy is holding it.
No, I believe you'd be the keymaster.
Do you want to try to take it from Scrappy?
He's offering it as a reward for
He's offering
us
it in trade for getting him to where gnomes
Getting him
live.
home.
Getting him
gotcha.
to whatever places where more gnomes can be found.
Gotcha. So I think we thought he was just giving it to us.
You know what? A quick thing in the back of my brain right now. Let me see here. What is the name of that gnome that I had talked to back in the city?
Agatha.
And I'm gonna just mention to him, does the name Agatha, whatever her last name was, I think it was really long, mean anything to you?
He squints. He says his gnome name. His good gnome name.
But you don't recognize the name at all.
Mama had a friend named Magatha? Hagatha? But not Agatha. He says, is it gnome?
Yes, it is gnome. At least I think it was gnome. I'm pretty sure it was gnome.
Oh, please take me. Scrappy will be good friend to this gnome.
Yeah, we'll bring it. Like, trust me. I'm working things out in my head here right now, but we are going to get you home when we have the opportunity to.
He looks a little disappointed, but he nods. He says, "The funny people go now."
Well, okay. First and foremost, did you want so? What was the plan with the gaseous form right now? I'm very confused.
To travel and try to find the gun.
Yeah, we have some options here. Our options are either we stay in gaseous form, we figure out something for the captain, and we continue to explore the immediate area, or we ungaseous form, which means we will be visible, and we try one of the portals.
Which we could probably only try the one closest to us, because anything beyond
Right.
that, we'd have to, like, island hop,
But
and only so many of
remember-
us can fly.
But remember, the key, we have, I think, 3 keys in our possession, and Scrappy has a key.
Yeah.
All of the staves that we said we thought could be potentially keys, we figured out they are. We just don't know if they are keys that, I don't know, like, we're not sure if they connect to a very specific portal. We might be able to find out more with the Staff of Understanding, but, like, of course we can't do that yet because we are not outside by the portal, and we are not, we're so gaseous.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. We will be incredibly vulnerable if we don't come back in a safe space to un-gaseous form, but then again, like, we're also then foregoing the couple hours we have left of it. And that's it. We don't get it again. So I again am fine with either. It just is a good thing to know.
I feel like
Wait, so
feel
we
like
can't
while-
re-gaseous form?
No, it's a level
No,
6
it's
spell.
yeah.
Yeah, we'd have
It's
to wait
use
for
it
a
or
long
lose
rest.
it. Yeah, we'd have to wait for a full long rest.
Okay, so that seems kind of like a danger thing. If we're going to drop it, then we should do it to sleep in here.
Well, we're not going to have time to do that, are we? We're really going to sleep in here?
I'm just saying, if it comes down to it, this would be the best option if we had to drop it, would be to go drop it in here and then long rest to get it back.
Were you got? Oh, you mean like do something and then
Exactly. Like, yeah, do something in our gaseous forms, then come back.
Well, here's
and...
the thing. We can't do anything in our gaseous forms.
All we
I'm
can
not
really
gonna
do is
Is
We
look.
can
scout.
scout.
Yeah.
But I feel like while we have it, and then we can really only have it for a certain amount of time a day, we
Correct.
may want to use this as like a time to scout, figure out where things are, and then come up with a plan. Like maybe we
Yeah.
go out through our portal, we come back, and then rescue Scrappy and try to get the Gaunt Milk because we'll need to be, partially
Right, we need to
physical
be
for that.
physical, yeah.
But like if we already have this, I feel like maybe we should be using it to scope things.
No,
Right.
that's what I meant. Like, we utilize this to its fullest extent, and then we come back here to plan.
Kiff
So-
have idea.
just want to point something out about scouting the area. Things in this area, and DM, correct me on this if I had to guess, because of how relative time and space is subject to change locations.
You want to know if the locations in this dimension shift?
Yeah, like as if this were
For
space.
experience, yes. Anything that appears to be an island here, floating or otherwise, does tend to drift, especially after you sleep.
So perhaps scouting can get us some information, but not as much as you would like.
A follow-up question. Would it be perhaps calculatable? Like, this island is moving this way, this fast. If we spend X amount of time, it should be generally around this area, I think.
Oh, that's another thing. So, while we're discussing this, I'm going to use 2 of my abilities I got from the Planar book. I'm going to use my Get Planar Dimension Info, and then I also want to detect portals to kind of get a really good functioning idea of where all the portals are around here.
Okay. So there's a portal right outside. There's a portal 500 feet up and west. And there's another portal, let's say 1,000 feet east and up. And a third one, let's call it 2,000 feet north. Okay, what was the other question?
And then I wanted to use the Get Planar Dimensional Info.
Okay, so roll your survival skill.
Survival.
I just put it in the wrong place.
Where am I? Yeah, I was gonna say, I was looking at the roleplay chat and I didn't see anything. That would be a 14.
It's at 14. Okay. So it's called Zen. It is an infinite plane. It is non-parallel. It is a plane. It was created by a very powerful magic. Let's say, well, 10 magic. It has very low air pressure. And it has similar gravity. Yes, it is. It is also it is damaging to exposed eyes of unprotected humanoids.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah, that's as
Well,
much.
it's a good thing I bought myself some goggles.
You can also sense that the being that created this dimension is currently within.
Oh, well, that's mortifying.
Yep.
I would assume it would be somewhere within this dimension.
So we've got some.
So blow the whole thing up.
Yeah, if we could light the whole thing on fire, that would be nice. If only we had that bomb, huh?
We can after we get.
Yes, we have to get a
gaunt
gaunt first.
and it's
That's
milk.
true.
Yeah.
We need our milk.
Yes, we do need our milk.
So perhaps we know where the portals are. It's not worth finding out, well, what's on the other side of them, because it's subject to change. And their location is too. Perhaps it's worth finding the Gaunt and luring a few of them to a place to milk them.
That could work. Oh, we are unsure if... Well, we have never milked a gaunt before. Would you know how to do that?
I don't think so.
Does it have an udder?
I can't
husbandry
help but
of-
think of the quote from Meet the Parents.
Yeah, I know that quote.
Yeah.
Captain Stormcall. I mean, they have they have various
Stormcall.
secretions, and you're probably not sure if that's referring to their blood or like their amniotic fluid or like some other thing they feed their babies that they kind of spit
Well,
out.
we've seen Gaunt milk before, correct? The
We
rest
have.
of the party.
Well, you...
You had some amount of it, yeah. You've seen it.
Yeah.
So we could at least describe the visual
It's like slimy,
Will
sticky,
you-
bloody slime type of gel stuff.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Milk be a relative term. No mother's milk that I recognize. It's slime. I don't know if I
Mother's milk was made of vanilla.
know if I can make the secretion of it, but I can certainly try.
Well, we do know that there is the gaunt... that would have been... We know that there's a gaunt factory, correct? Didn't our friend Scrappy just tell us about it?
He said that there's a Gaunt farm.
Yeah.
That may be the best place. If we can, instead of milking it ourselves, if we can steal the gaunt milk and then leave,
Can they
it
fly?
might be better.
Gaunts have wings. The one that you saw had wings. So you could
Maybe-
assume that it can fly.
We can lure it away with our
We could do this as well.
fog bodies.
It will become our best friend, and we shall fly on it like Pete's magical dragon.
Let's give it a try. I'm in favor of finding. Stealing is a great option too. I'm a fan of stealing in general. But why don't we try to see if we can steal the milk, and if we can't, we can steal the Gaunt and then find a way to milk it. I do have a way to force things, and you see the doorway in which Scrappy is in the door where the orb is, and we're in the hallway, and you just hear a crash of the door as it just seems to close on its own.
Oh.
Scrappy jumps and yelps. He said, "Not so loud, not so loud. They'll hear you. They'll hear you."
Kiff can't help but say, "Who here what?"
Floppy's purple face, man. Not good.
You mean Purple Man with squid face?
He means yes.
He nods. He nods. He
wants
jumps
to
into
ride
the
it.
bathtub and he puts his hands on his head and shakes his head.
Oh,
Well, that's not good.
how perceptive are they, Scrappy? Are they very easy to spot things?
He says, hard to say. Scrappy must use all stealth and illusion to hide from them.
Yes.
Sometimes illusion works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes they torment Scrappy, sometimes they chase him. Scrappy hide for many days.
I wouldn't take the tentacle faces straight on. They're but a menace.
They seem quite powerful.
Aye, they are. Didn't come here with all these scrapes.
Well, we should take care to not catch their attention then. We think it would be best that way. If we can get in and out without having to have any large fights, it may be best for us. It also seems like there are many, many enemies here. If we do start a fight, we may not be able to end it. We should do our best to, even if we are in a fight, to perhaps leave instead of trying to end it. We do have an emergency planar travel, correct? B looks at Thalia. I'm pretty sure we do. A scroll. Yeah, at least one.
I think we got
well
one.
guessed. But yes.
Yep.
Okay. That was all V had to say.
We have one scroll of plane shift for emergency.
Emergency
purposes. What was
only.
that sound?
What was what sound? Oh, that's horrifying. What was what sound?
Oh, there was like a
Yeah,
portally sound.
I heard it.
No,
too.
that was me.
Uh,
I pushed the button.
You know what it
Oh.
is? I was about to say, I bet you it was something in tabletop because my tabletop is going through my speakers and I cannot hear it.
Ah,
Yeah, I had just pushed the button.
Oh,
it
no big
was
deal.
you.
Oh, did you turn on the portal?
It's technically off right now. but
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
You
I
wanted
was
to see what the
I had
on-off
tapped
button
in, I
did?
tapped back in for some reason. I zoomed
Yeah.
in on a giant unicorn, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?"
Oh, it was the on-off button for the portal, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's over here. There's a
narwhal?
little. It's a unicorn. Well, yeah, it's a narwhal or a unicorn dolphin, but it's probably just a
Isn't a unicorn dolphin
a narwhal. Yeah,
narwhal?
Well, just
it-
remember,
it is.
narwhal's horns are actually teeth.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah. So our plan currently is to fly around and make sure that, or well, scout as much as we can. Correct.
Yes, that seems to be the consensus.
Wonderful. Scrappy, we may come back at some point once we have finished looking around. We may need a space to become corporeal again. We'll need a couple moments to do that. At least 1 minute, in fact.
Potentially more, we're not sure.
He says, Scrappy, hope you come back. Scrappy likes friends. And he looks shy.
He just kind of nods.
He wrings his hands. He says, you need Scrappy to open the door for you.
That seems to be what we're
Thank you
leaning
for
towards
this
right now,
time.
yes.
Okay, he peeks open the door and he looks around. He says, Scrappy, don't see much. He says, Scrappy, see God?
gone.
Outside.
You
We
know,
see can't, we milk can't. Let do.
No, I can try.
Are we ready to step outside?
Yes, we think we are.
Okay.
We are on solid ground currently. Gonna be.
this is a solid burrow made of earth walls and stone.
I meant when we come out. I'm just warning Sean that we are gonna hit solid ground. We don't have to fly right away.
Very good.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna walk out, I guess. Who's the first one out? We are all kind of gas except for Captain Stormcall.
Yeah, I would vote everyone else except for me, and I come out in the cloud of gas.
Yeah, sounds good.
Kiff will happily take up the front as a low-lying fog
Slow
through
roll.
the
Slow
bottom
roll
of the
fog.
doorway, just seeping out little by little to attempt to approach the gaunt in a manner that it would not particularly notice. Like, you know how fog is a very slow build.
Yes.
It seems to be browsing among some rather serpentine weeds. So Kiff is gonna just approach it, right?
Yes, and Kiff would like to inspect its nipples.
That sounded so weird.
He's
Yeah,
looking
okay,
for
roll
milk.
next.
I get it.
Roll animal handling, please.
He's looking to find out how to milk a gaunt. It's fair.
Which, lucky for all of you, Kiff is a +6 in.
And
Yeah.
nippleology.
In animal handling, in how to handle animals.
That's a
Milking a
grand
cow is
total-
animal handling.
Grand
for
total
sure.
of 15.
Okay, so as you swirl around it, the gaunt notices the swirling fog, and it seems slightly nervous. It goes, and it kind of tries to back away from the swirling Kiff fog. But however, you are fairly sure that it has nothing of the sort that you were looking for.
Alright, Kiff will stay still.
It's a boy
and
gaunt.
Wait for.
Boys still have nipples, Sarah.
Yes, but
I have nipples, V. Can you milk me?
That's what I'm saying, though. Boy,
Come on,
boy, it's a boy gaunt. You can't milk a boy gaunt. You could still, yeah, it's a confusing.
I'm not making the joke. Nope, not
Can
doing
you
it.
tell the difference between a boy ant and a girl ant? I think not.
I
Very.
mean, did you ask them what they prefer?
Fair enough. I'm a they them character, and I'm being rude.
Yeah.
It does seem kind of like a grasshopper in some ways, Kiff, based on your knowledge of animals. It has some similarities to a grasshopper,
Okay.
meaning that the females would have an ovipositor and the males would not.
Cool.
Interesting.
Grasshopper.
If
Do-
you wanted to sex it or determine its gender,
Right. That's
would you like to do that?
Kiff will give it. Yeah, Kiff will take a crack at it.
It seems like a female.
Oh shit.
If you assume that it's similar to a grasshopper. However, it does not seem. It still doesn't have nipples or anything like that.
It's not. It's yeah. It's not milkable in the traditional sense.
What do you guys do now?
I don't know what to do with this
I
guy.
want you to talk to it.
Feel free to
I
go
want you
talk
to
to
talk
it if you'd
gaunt
like.
to it.
I can. It's considered an aberration, I would imagine, right?
The definition of aberration is very broad. It's just something's not native to the material plane, so it probably qualifies. Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. I can try to talk to it. Especially considering I'm the only corporeal one. I'll go. I'll
would be
talk to it.
lovely.
How far away are we from it?
You're underneath this odd rock here, which is an illusionary magic gnome rock.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, the door is like 65 feet from the con right now.
Okay. 65 feet from the gun right now. Okay. So if Kiff is doing that, I am gonna slowly get out and slowly approach, sort of hands up in like a non-menacing way.
Are you using any magical abilities at this time?
At this exact second, none.
Okay. So it sees you and it goes in a louder voice, and you hear a distant echo.
In its mind, it just hears the soothing sounds of the sea. Brought by, relax, little one. Let the caress of the air take you in. You're amongst friends. As even if it doesn't understand it, it's just a coaxing voice as Kiff is sort of like a gaseous form, sort of lightly dancing around it, trying to lull it into a sense of comfort.
Okay, please roll animal handling.
You got that. I rolled it and then it landed on a 17 and then I didn't do anything and it rolled again. That was weird.
What was the second result?
A 6. Like I rolled it, it landed on 17 and then it just went whoop. It was
Sounds
weird.
like it was a 6. What,
It,
are you
it,
adding
des-
anything to
it
that?
decided no,
It just decided, no, Sean, you aren't supposed to succeed.
not today.
Are
It's
you
weird.
adding anything to that 6?
Yeah, my modifier of 0.
Okay, it is
ah,
very
good.
alarmed. Apparently, it doesn't like the sound of the sea, and there's no sea where it comes from. So it goes. It doesn't
Does
attack you.
anybody have an inspiration to burn
It
on
does
that, I
back
guess?
away.
No.
No, what I do then, as it's going
And you
away,
hear the distant flapping of wings.
as it's going away,
Yep.
I cast Calm Emotions. Needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, so you're gonna calm its emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Charisma save. Okay.
Is it super charismatic?
It rolled a 19.
Oh, that succeeds.
Okay. It screams in fright. You see some
This
some
gaunt is
large,
the worst.
scary looking things coming. They're not like right there. Like I'm struggling to depict exactly how far away they are, but they're kind of coming. It's like a couple of these guys. Let's say inbound. Inbound is a good word. They're like inbound.
We need to leave.
You can see them in the air.
Yeah, we need to go back onto the rock. Is the rock still open?
So it's an illusionary rock that you can't see through, but you can reach through it.
Wonderful.
Okay. Gonna flip back through it.
It sounds like the whole party did not exit the rock, right?
We were like in the process of leaving, so I'm assuming the stairs are still open for us.
Yeah, because really only Kiff and Stormcall went in that direction.
Yeah, if you're-
None of us
well-
really exited yet.
Yeah, if
Okay.
if
Sure.
yeah, you guys should just come back in.
Okay, so you guys all rush back in, right?
I don't
Alright.
know what does Kiff and what do
Sure.
Kiff and Stormcall want to do? That's your call.
I mean, Kiff would like to perhaps loiter. If you guys really don't want me to do this, it's fine. But Kiff would,
Remember, you are completely incorporeal. Look at the thing. That's not where we look over on the other side. Yep. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
You hear a
are
lot of
incorporeal.
squishing and crunching noises.
And remember, it takes a minute, and in that minute, things can kill you.
Did Kiff get at least a look at what is coming towards?
Yeah, sure. You got a picture.
Okay, so Kiff will then definitely proceed back inward.
Okay, Scrappy says hide. He said close the door, close the door. He locks the door. He locks about like 6 different locks on the door. And then he runs into his bedroom.
Is the stove in the kitchen on?
It is not on.
Kiff would like to hide in the exhaust pipe of the stove.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think Casper did that in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie.
That's solid.
Yeah, that's pretty cute.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna follow Kiff on that one.
I mean, he's a gas. He's just gonna hang.
Kiff is going to slightly angrily whisper, "Get your own pipe."
Hey, I thought we were in this together.
That's kind of a pun too. Okay, do
Okay.
you guys want to like wait it out? Do you want to do something else?
V will stay near-ish the door and kind of listen. V's not the most perceptive individual, but like,
Kiff,
if everyone else is hiding, it might be a good
in,
idea.
in the stove exhaust, is there a possibility of because obviously the exhaust leads to somewhere, usually a little, like I forget the exact name of it, but it's like that little tiny conical dome on the top of the exhaust pipe that makes sure water doesn't get in.
Yeah.
Can Kiff like kind
Yeah, something like that.
of has
yeah.
his gaseous form just look at the tip of that and try to observe out from the slits underneath?
Yeah, let's say it's from another odd rock over here. So you can see that there's two kind of infested jockeys over here, and while their mounts are eating, they're kind of chatting and gesturing. But they must be doing it telepathically because you don't hear anything.
Would I know that that's a thing that they can do?
You feel quite sure that mind flayers can just telepathy with each other at will.
Gotcha.
There are probably magical ways to listen in. I don't know if you know any of those ways or want to try something.
Probably don't. I probably don't know, but
Good to know, though.
Yeah. So you're watching. These guys are chatting. One of them's kind of like stroking its mount. If you guys are just not doing anything, keep watching. One of them seems.
I would like to just refer to these guys as Beavis and Butthead.
Okay.
cool.
Cool.
That's the telepathic. Like,
Yes, that's exactly
just
what the conversation.
snorting, yeah.
Just them.
Amazing.
That's very funny. Yeah.
Hey, Beavis, look at me. I'm eating Capt.
I love it.
As Kiff watches, these two finish eating the gun. The gun is now there are only very tiny pieces left. Oh. And they gesture towards the little grove of trees where the trapdoor is. And they flutter over to it. And one of them lifts a staff.
At the door?
At the odd rock.
Oh
Does
boy.
Kiff want to keep watching or do anything?
Well, mean, if we're being told that that's happening, like, I would move away from the door. Of course. I'm assuming we're hiding at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we have to, like, if that's the case, I mean, they're incorporeal gas.
Yeah.
I would probably have to find a place to hide and ask Scrappy, where do you hide when the illusion's broken?
Scrappy is almost completely in panicking mode, and he says, and then he jumps out from the bed, and then he dives under the bed into a little. There's a little gnome-sized hole that he can just barely squeeze into under the bed.
You're no help. So I guess then what I do is
The Blaze of Glory, because this is a trial character.
No, did
No,
we...
I will.
Go ahead.
I will. With nothing else, I will polymorph myself into
Godzilla?
Yes. No, I will polymorph myself into something incredibly small. I will polymorph myself. First, I will open up a jar or something and just leave it a crack open. Something that's around. I will polymorph myself into a spider, and I will hide in that jar.
Okay. Given Mind Flayer's reputation for being psychic, you feel like they might be able to sense brains. But just saying. Okay. After that, one of them cast Shatter, one of them cast Dispel on the door. There's a big explosion, but you guys are clear away from the door, so you don't get hit by the explosion. The trees go crunch. What are the gassy people doing?
Assume hiding.
The only thing, like, we don't know anything about these guys, so I would also assume just hiding.
Okay, so where would you say you're hiding?
Anywhere that isn't, like, right in the open, obviously.
Probably, like, under the desk, I guess, in this workshop.
Let me put myself...
I guess.
Okay.
Oops.
I can also be workshop area, either behind some shelves or...
Because we don't have enough time to shift
No, we don't.
out and then
A full
become...
minute?
And
Yeah.
then and then plane shift back.
Yeah, no, we're done.
So we can only hide.
Can you guys run into the stovepipe with Fontiev and I?
If you
If
go,
you want us
"Psst,"
to do that, sure. If
That's
you can call us.
So, the only thing I'm thinking of, I feel bad for Captain Stormcall,
Yeah.
but we, as they come in, we can go out the exhaust pipe.
Yeah, that was my plan too.
the spider can also climb out the exhaust
Yeah.
pipe.
Yeah, Spider can come with us. So yeah, sure. If you're gonna call to us, sure, why not?
Yeah, Kiff can. I
And-
mean, I don't know what the, what's the word I'm looking for?
What do you call a
message,
pile
I
of
don't know
gas
what the
sitting in a stovepipe
semantics
together made
are.
up of 12
It's
characters?
just a hissing.
It's just
Yeah.
like
Just
a
a
whisper.
hiss.
It's a quiet whisper, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, so everyone is hiding the stovepipe, including Spider.
Stormcall.
Captain Spider Stormcall.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you very
sorry, Captain Spider
Captain Spider.
Stormcall. How rude of me.
Trying to balance on this. Oh, I did it.
Nice.
Okay. So what happens is, as you guys are running to hide, these big flying creatures start shooting out huge acidic bombs that progressively destroy Scrappy's formerly well protected home, and it begins to collapse in piles of sizzling acid and rocks.
Are we currently safe, or are we currently like being chased out, essentially?
So there's a lot of things happening. As you see that what they're doing is they're just trying to like carpet bomb it, if you know what I mean by that,
Yeah.
because they can sense there's somebody in there, and psychically.
They're going scorched earth.
Yeah,
Right.
they're trying to scare us out. They're doing exactly what they want to do.
I don't want to like go in there. Like, who goes into dungeons, honestly?
Mm-hmm.
much. Yeah.
Do you guys want to just flee as this happens?
Well, do we know we're gonna take damage if we stay in the pipe?
Rocks are falling, so
Right.
you'll probably take some damage.
But we're
We
inside of a
Yeah.
metal pipe area that has an exhaust out
We
to
have
the
we have resistance to damage from non-magical weapons.
I don't.
Okay.
fair enough.
I mean,
like-
we can just start making our way out, and while they're
Yeah,
distracted
traveling
doing this,
up.
it's-
I mean, there is a
Yeah,
bunch
we
of
should be.
acid being oozed into the building.
Yeah,
it would
that's
make
what I'm
sense
wondering.
for steam to come out of
come
an
out of a
exhaust
pipe.
vent
Yeah.
after that happened.
Right.
We could probably slip out that way. Again, I feel bad for Captain Stormcall.
Here's the thing, though.
What?
Captain Stormcall is the only one that knows that they can literally sense us because our brains are there. Like, it doesn't matter what we look like. They can basically smell our brains. They're mind flayers. So, yeah, I mean, like, V would totally just be like, yeah, let's leave. We need to leave. Did we ever decide on casting in gaseous form?
It says the only action you can do is dash. You can't do any other action.
Great, so I cannot
copy
cast
the
invisibility.
Yeah.
Cannot do
Can't be
anything.
both.
Great, okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
I just think very gaunt-like thoughts.
I like it. I like it.
Move.
So let's do a saving throw. Are you guys just gonna fly out? I just need to know what direction you're trying to go to know what happens next.
Away from these guys.
Okay.
Fucking
And
away.
okay.
But, I mean, like, does anyone have a direction they want to go? Say, like, the first two people? Because Fontiev and Kiff are, like, the first two in the pipe. So their direction is probably going to determine where everyone else follows.
Do we want to start making a mad dash back towards the portal where we came in?
No.
So,
I mean, not really, but whatever. Again,
Kiff, with his,
I'ma follow you.
with his hunting chops, is with, the lessons that he's learned through life. He knows that if you're trying to, hunt prey, you want to be as inconspicuous as possible. And Kiff is thinking, well, maybe the opposite is also true. So Kiff is trying to calm, cool, and collectedly float up like steam as much as he possibly can to look as inconspicuous as he can.
I like the sound of it.
Yeah.
Question:
that-
if things are being
earlier-
dissolved by acid, is there just also like steam coming up anyway?
That's
Just
what
like
I
a little
thought.
bit.
That's true.
Yep.
Um,
That's
I just need to know if Kiff is going to try to do that as quickly as Windwalk allows, or slowly like Steam.
Like Steam, it would give up the ruse if he just went phew. So
I think it's more like stealth and dash.
Okay, is Kiff going to be the first to do that?
yeah, Kiff's the
He
first one
literally
in the
has
pipe,
to be.
so-
He's in the first one in the pipe.
Okay, let's
I
take a
think
10-minute
we're
break.
probably
It's 9:05.
okay.
yeah, that's right.
Then we will be right back, and I'm gonna play some happy tavern music for y'all because it
Woo.
is break time.
I think we just kind of saw it as like acid.
They're big enough to just blow up this whole underground house in about 4 or 5 shots.
How
I mean,
long
if
is it
that's
stop?
Well,
Like,
so
they're
what do
big,
you
like,
mean by are we
explosion.
dodging? We're literally just leaving via the pipe. Can we dodge if we're in a pipe?
Maybe I'm thinking of like a different rope
also,
container.
if they're that
I'm just
big,
genuinely
like, probably
asking.
by the. Also, if they're that big, probably by the second one, we're like, oh, time to slowly
Yeah, we
float
need
out
to
of
leave.
here.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay.
Like,
yeah.
steam. But
we
also,
wouldn't.
I
We wouldn't
think that
like
was.
take our sweet ass time. I don't think.
But that's the point of like being in the exhaust pipe, was to make it be like, ooh, we look like fuck.
Okay.
Exhaust.
So they didn't see you to begin with. But yeah, okay, let's just have you roll a dexterity saving throw.
All of us.
Yes, let's do
You
that.
got it.
Is it straight? Is there any kind of advantage, disadvantage because we're gas?
Since you're not going out as fast as possible, it's going to be straight.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would be very gay.
Okay.
Fair
I got a
enough.
natural 20.
I got a 19 plus something maybe acrobatics or what is it?
Dexterity save.
Dexterity,
Dex?
just dex.
Uh,
Oh,
19.
I
Yeah.
got a 20. Unnatural.
Natural 20, so 21.
Wow. Hey, you and I
13.
have the same dex bonus.
Yeah.
I got a 29.
Yeah, that makes sense for a ranger.
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw.
throw.
Get wrecked, all of us.
Fontiev is the most nimble cloud of gas you've
The
ever
most-
witnessed in your life. He's like twisting midair.
Yep.
Look at how much I twist.
Wow.
Okay, so if you got less than 20, you take 63 acid damage. Otherwise, 31.
If you got
And
less
this is not the word non-magical weapon means physical damage. It's not physical. This is acid damage.
than 31.
31. If you got 20 or more.
And I would also like to throw some uncanny dodge into that. So I'm going to take half of the 31.
You mean evasion?
Evasion.
Oh no, you can do just
Right,
that.
uncanny dodge.
That's a reaction, and as Windwalker, you're only allowed to. The only action you're allowed to do is dash.
So
The
you
reaction is not an action.
It is a type of action.
A reaction is its own economy.
I'm gonna say a reaction is a type of action. If that makes me an asshole, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Okay, you're out. They seem to be like a little confused. Like they're bombing this area. They're kind of looking around.
Should we roll initiative?
One of them is kind of squinting at the little clouds that are coming out.
Uh-huh.
I won't say roll initiative until I hear where you're going next. 'Cause you guys are really fucking fast, so you could just zoop away if you wanted to, and it wouldn't really be an initiative.
I'm no longer a spider, and I'm just there. So
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so what would you like to do?
me personally, I would see the situation and say,
Thank God I was not Yllaxis today.
well, yes, but also I would say, friends, if you looked into my mind, you would see that I'm like you, telepathically, and what they will see appear beside them is 4 beholderkin.
Oh, babby holders.
Mm-hmm. Young
Happy
beholders.
Loved that.
Mm-hmm. I'm using
Is
the 4th
that-
level spell, Summon Aberration.
Ooh.
What are the other people doing?
I'm assuming floating.
Yeah, we
Again,
had
Kiff is in front, so I don't know what, like, are we limited by the confines of the pillar? As in, do we have to go single file? Can we squeeze past each other?
You guys are gaseous forms. You're hard to see, and you're ridiculously fast.
Yeah,
So,
so I would
we
say
have a
we
lot
just
of-
stealthily run away very quickly.
Right, but that still leaves Captain Stormcall, and he's fucked.
Well,
I'm
there is legitimately
Well, not
nothing
really.
to really do.
Yeah, I know.
Like realistically, like by the mechanics of the
Just
game, there's
saying.
nothing that we can do.
I mean, V would probably just leave, but still.
Yeah, that would be Fontiev's thing too.
Maybe not leave, but like I would V would like to start moving over to maybe the other, like the
I mean, the
other
only-
island. Try to like.
I would say the
hide
only
them.
thing that we could do is try to lead them away.
Yeah,
from-
yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
No, that
Captain.
sounds like
Fair
that seems
enough.
like a suicide op.
Well, it's
Uh,
either we
I'm
die or
just
he
saying
dies.
things we
So
can do.
yeah.
I
Did we see
disagree.
how quickly those corruptor things can fly?
No.
They're probably about the same speed as like a giant eagle,
Okay.
So, I
or
mean,
maybe a little slower because they're kind of bulky.
yeah, our normal flying
We're
speed
much
is
faster than them.
300, so if we dash, that's 600, right?
Yeah, we're like we can fly circles around them
And
essentially.
not keep up with 300. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because we can
So-
try to lead them away. So-
Okay.
Okay, so Stormcall is going to stay, and he's going to say, "I'm like you," right? And he's going to summon his beholder pals, right?
Yes, 4 of them. 4 little bebe beholders.
Behold.
Okay, so they are going to gesture for their minions to surround you, and they're going to say, "What is your purpose here?" You telepathically.
What is
To find the
same-
Holy Grail.
Yes, same purpose as yours, mate. Telepathically.
They look at each other and they say, "You do not possess the parasite. We shall rectify this. Hold still."
Okay.
That's never what you want to hear.
If
Yep.
they
Who is
if
saying
you
this? The beholders?
I mean if you
No,
the
the
beholder
mind
Oh,
flayers.
the mind flayers. Excuse me.
the beholder can command them to stand between us and protect me as if I am their I am
Baby.
their father. They are my babies.
Did
I-
anyone see the new Matrix movie?
I
no,
have
I
not
want
yet.
to see it.
No.
Okay.
You,
Alright,
you don't want to say spoilers.
These guys are gonna hop down, and then they're gonna roll initiative because they see you appear to be resisting, and they're gonna tell you, "Do not resist."
Should we all roll then at that point, just so
Well,
that we're?
Before they do that, we still have a chance to do the things that we want before the initiative starts.
Your action options are talk, dash, or revert.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and revert takes a
minus-
full minute.
Yeah, so we can't do a revert. The only thing we can do is dash and run. That's literally
Well,
all we can do.
We can go,
No, we can talk.
"Blue," and then
Yeah.
dash away.
Yeah,
Be like,
that is also
"Blue."
true.
Fontiev is going to take the stealth route on this one.
If Thalia starts making noise, V will also make noise.
Okay, sure. Why the fuck not?
If Thalia is
yeah.
doing that, V will also
I think
join.
Kiff goes out first.
I'm
And-
right behind Kiff.
I think we float out. We see this. And if no one is really doing anything,
V
I
would
guess I'll go.
probably V would probably make some type of statement like we're much faster than them. We'd be able to outrun them if we distract them. Because V can put that together.
I'm gonna go
I'm also
make
going
some
to.
kind of weird,
Yeah, some type
shrill,
of weird
like
sound.
wind sound. What I think a very shrill wind sounds
I
like.
don't want to whistle in
And then I'm gonna
like that.
dance around a little bit and just dash away and see how fast the wind can take me.
I'm gonna join Thalia on that dash.
So
And,
let's say
moving.
you like circle this squad here, right?
Yep.
So then they will be alerted by that, and they will be distracted by that, and they will target you if that's okay.
And
Yep.
then I will dash because that is a thing that I'm able to do.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
This is
again.
one of the things you can do.
Again,
So that
V
was your
is sticking
speed
with Thalia.
from
600 feet.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's say you spent like 200. How much is this?
No, it's fine. I have
300 going in a
excess speed.
circle, and then you go another 300 the other way, right?
Sure, why not?
300 feet to get around both of them?
I don't care.
It's a big
Why
island. These are pretty small.
Fair enough.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah, I'm following Talia's lead here. V is following Talia's lead. So where do you want to put us? We're here, Talia.
Oh, you think that I had a plan?
No,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
just saying
looking at a different island.
move our little characters to any which direction. Feel free to highlight all. Yeah, let's dash away from not that close.
You
Yeah.
could go back
However.
towards the place where you came from. I
We
haven't
could go
touched
this
the
way.
figures over there. I'm not saying they're still there. You just can't see what is there. Or
Yeah,
isn't
we
there.
could go up. We could
They
go
might not be there if you go that way.
away. Yeah. We'll
We'll just fly. We'll go this way. We'll go
Okay,
this way.
so
Okay.
Mr. Stormcall, please roll initiative.
Yeah,
I don't
and I'm-
answer Mr. Excuse me.
Captain Stormcall.
Thank you.
Okay, so just for the record, I've also dashed away as well.
I
stealthily.
spent $80 on that boat license, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18. 18.
That's pretty good.
Do
It
you
is
want?
pretty good.
Do you
And
want
these guys got really
Talia
bad.
and I to roll initiative or no? If
No.
we're loodalooing. Okay. Sounds good.
Would you like me to continue doing sound effects?
I like your sound effects.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so Mr. Captain Stormcall Esquire.
Ooh,
He
okay.
seizes the initiative because these guys have been so distracted by Talia.
I
Very
am
good.
distracting.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm a little rainbow gas.
Very good. If if that is the case and they seem distracted, what I am going to do then is
Again, I will say once again, by your experience here, you know that they can sense brains and thoughts. So do with that information what you will.
They can. Well, then I feel bad for them having to listen to the chaos of this one's thoughts.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, just kidding. Don't want it.
Yup.
I'm going to point to the beyond the clouds and say, "Don't be chasing those stupid clouds. It's beyond them, you fucking fools."
Oh, you trying to distract? Dual
Yeah.
distract.
Like
okay,
if
you're trying
they,
to double down on the distraction. I like it.
We're confusing the shit out of them. Let's put it that way.
So you, as the only one of the whole party who can take all his normal actions, what will you use your actions for?
what will I use my actions for? Right now, I am. I mean, I'm not in a great position anyway. But like literally, I think I'm technically engaged with these things, so I can't even move.
These guys. No, I should use a spacer. They're a little bit above you. They're like 30 feet
Oh,
above.
okay. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better then. I just thought like I was literally surrounded and couldn't do anything.
They all clearly have ranged attack abilities, but go ahead.
I like to imagine their conversation on this. Hey, Beavis, did you just see those clouds like run into the other clouds?
Yeah.
What does Cade do?
Cadus then says, I'll be chasing after them. And I go into the bluff and I spend a sorcery point as a bonus action to give myself a fly speed. And I take off.
Okay. And how far do you get? They're not good aiming at you. They're aiming at Talia right now.
Right. I'm going to go a little bit wide in 20, 25, 30. And just sort of move in the general direction, but not exactly.
Okay. Right. So you want to go not right where they're looking and pointing and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Vaguely in the same direction.
Also, something else you would know from being here is that in these chrome-colored waters of Mercury, there are a lot of fish. of a sort.
Oh, very good. That is
Which
good.
also have brains and thoughts and things like that.
Very good. Good to know.
Okay, so these
Those
guys
fish are very good at telling temperature.
Yes. This guy is going to take 2 shots with disadvantage towards Thalia because she's so far away. And wow. What's Talia's AC now?
18 normally. I don't know about the cloud.
Okay, you only get hit once for 1 acidic explosion.
Would I be taking any of this damage as well? I am with Thalia. I continue to say that. I
I'm
just don't
assuming
know.
you guys are spaced apart to some
To
degree.
a point,
Kind of
yeah.
clustered
I
into
just
like
when you
little-
said explosion, I wasn't sure how big it was.
I'm giving you guys the benefit of the doubt that you're not
Okay.
close because this is kind of narrative here.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I figured
Talia-
that's why I asked. Want to make sure.
Talia's hit for 54 acid damage. It's an attack. This is not a saving throw.
So it's different than the bomb thing?
That was more of like a situation of being inside a collapsing house that was being bombed. This is just being directly hit. 1 time.
Okay.
54. Is she
Yep.
still bloody?
Yeah.
Okay, at that point, the people who are super speedy can escape. What I would like to know is what Captain Stormcall wants to do.
I mean, now that you've given me some, I didn't even realize this. Where is the mercury water? These waves right here?
Yes, yes.
Okay. My objective is...
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to have a new character, so I'm trying to like rapidly give you a chance here.
Yeah, so my objective is to make it towards the water and go underneath it for cover.
Let me say again, you would know that there's a lot of fish in the water with a lot of sharp teeth. And the water is poisonous.
Yeah,
The water is poisonous.
it's
I
mercury.
don't want to like play the game for you, but I can
He
tell you
didn't-
that
he didn't
can set
know.
thoughts.
I didn't know it was
Yeah,
poisonous.
he had no
Fish.
idea.
Okay.
Yeah, because he wasn't here the last time when you
Yeah,
you were
I
very
want to
clear
give you
about
all the
it.
information that you would have.
Yeah, he was really clear about it last time that it's like mercury and it's like real dangerous.
It's something
Gotcha.
like mercury and it has a lot of fish in it that like to bite things.
Gotcha.
You can use that information to your advantage, given that you
Well-
also know that these guys can sense any brains, including those with fish, and they can't tell exactly what brain they're sensing.
See, let me read this one spell then, and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, feel free to be creative here.
No, just that. Okay. I mean, that's not a terrible thing to do. One question. Is there any sort of wind in this world or no?
At this point, it's very, very calm, close to the sea. The sea is very calm. Up higher, there is more wind, yeah. Up higher among the floating islands.
Okay. So, this is what I'll do then. I will move towards the water.
Okay.
25, 30. I will... What I will do then is I will move the 30 feet
Okay.
towards the water, and I will cast, lifting the water upward, I will cast a wall of water, and I will make a 30-foot wall between me and the rest of them, so they don't necessarily have line of sight. And there's also, I'm hoping, fishies that are in this wall of water that adds extra mines.
So, I think that would make more
That's
sense
badass.
as a telekinesis spell, unless it was like a spell called Wall of Poison Spore, but it would definitely work as a telekinesis spell. Would you like to do that?
Yeah, if you want me to do the same thing, but we call it telekinesis, then let's do that.
You have that spell, right?
I do have that spell, yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So charge yourself that one.
Okay, let's charge myself that. So, I
And
will
you're
do
bringing it in between you and them.
correct.
That's pretty cool. So they're looking around, and they're looking at each other and they're kind of shrugging. They're doing like a shrug. I don't know where you went, apparently. You can. So basically, it's back to your turn again. Do you want to like fly away behind
Yeah.
that wall?
Yeah, no, I want to stealthily fly away.
These guys are kind of just flying. These guys are kind of chasing after. They'll never catch up, obviously. They hop back on their mounts and they're gonna start chasing after. And go this
I'd
way.
like to do that, like speeding up, twisting around things, like going through really narrow passages, ducking, going under like an island at one point, trying to
There's
to
a lot of
lose
floating
them.
rocks. You can do that, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time flying.
Yeah, Talia's doing her flyaway thing, and V is gonna start to take up the distraction.
okay,
Kind
great.
of start hooting and hollering and going maybe slightly different ways than Talia, but still in the same general direction. Does that make sense?
V's going.
Yes. It's now V's turn to yell weird things.
You hear a lot of like scree sounds made by these flying beasts, and they seem to be all on alert, but they're definitely not fast enough to catch up with you guys. And
Okay.
Captain Cade, the Stormcall, sir, seems to be under the radar, literally and figuratively.
How I live my life.
Yeah. Okay, so where do you want to go? Do you guys just want to like browse around? We did some browsing last time. Do you want to go back to a certain place you've seen before?
Are we still being chased? Or
They cannot catch up with you. You're just too fast. It's not possible.
okay, so we have basically gotten them to go away and we can come back now?
They're basically trying to find you, but they can't. So you could just eventually get far enough away from them where they give up.
Okay.
Do we see any gaunt farms as we're just going
Flying
around?
in
Yeah.
crazy directions.
Let me check what Fontiev sensed. Fontiev, if you're assuming you're going, where's the compass? Assuming you're going west. No.
Well, I'm going in all directions.
You're going all directions.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm going, and then you change course, and then you dip under the island, loop back around, and then you're like, ha ha ha, and then
Okay.
like I said, we're
Okay,
going on a
cool.
wild goose chase.
Trying to summarize this. I'm trying to give you everything important to know about this whole place as quickly as possible because Windwalk is very, very powerful. Okay. So there's a bunch of islands. You definitely see. I'm gonna call them like crags, I guess, to distinguish one that's floating. So there's. I'm just gonna list them out here. You sense what the same thing Fontiev sensed. There's one big crag with a forest of the tentacle trees and many portals on it. And there's another big crag with what looks like a lot of huge obsidian buildings on it, and you can see a lot of dead gaunts and live gaunts like munching some grass, browsing some grass. So that seems like it probably is a gaunt farm. And then you can see another big crag that's mostly just grass,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of portals, and it has a lot of large creatures on it, including one of those big red thingies. We call them big red.
Big rids.
And then you can see another big crag that has what looks like a huge obsidian cathedral on it. And then all of these crags seem to have these flying creatures and a couple mind flayers guarded them and looking nervously around as though they're on alert.
Okay.
That's all that you could see in your browsing flyby.
Well, that's a
And you
lot.
can hear kind of like an alarm sound kind of echoing around from some vague source.
Okay. All right.
Each of these big crags has at least one portal.
Muted
These are
myself.
all portals.
I'd
Oh,
like
that's
to go
okay.
towards the alarm sound.
You want to go towards the alarm as a floaty game?
I want to know what it is.
Okay, go for it.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Talia's theme music throughout this entire endeavor right now is just "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen.
I mean, yeah,
Sure.
because I'm having a good time, having a good time. Yeah, I could see it.
The question is, can I make it there and back by the end of the song with 600 feet of movement?
Yeah.
She's just flying around the entire world right now at this point.
Oh, I could see it.
Yep. Okay, I'm just trying not to make like an overhead map of this place with MS Paint.
Now, if you want me to roll perception to see if I can even find the direction,
You feel like
I would...
the alarm is strongest next to that big cathedral-looking place.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna like clean out this map a bit. Okay, what other questions or actions would you like to do?
Can I see anything of the cathedral?
Can
of
you
note?
see anything?
Yeah.
It doesn't have a lot of windows.
Like, so the alarm is coming from, like, inside the cathedral?
The alarm is coming from inside the cathedral, yeah. And it has big doors which look
The
to be
call
locked.
is coming,
coming
from
from
inside the house. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said it, and I was
Pretty
like, the call is coming from inside the house. Anyway, keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to try to look for like a way to get inside there?
Yeah, I'll do a sweep around.
You're already there, right?
Very quickly, I'm already there. I'm just gonna be like, whoosh,
Okay,
And
I
just-
didn't expect that, but we can totally do that.
V can at the very least kind of be within 600 feet. Let's put it that way.
Inside of it, you see a lot of mind flayers and the biggest, most horrible monstery thing you've probably ever seen.
wow, what does
It looks
look like?
meaner and smarter than a Trask. It looks very, very tough, and it looks at you and it says "Grrr."
Oh, okay.
I will be sure to depict it as assuming that we need to spend time there. What do you want to do now?
Let's see. Do I feel very threatened by this scary, scary bad thing?
Do you want to stay there for 6 seconds and see what you can see and see if you can assess the situation better?
Alright, let's see, Talia, what would you do? No.
Yeah,
It seemed like you
Talia
went into
is.
this room where there was this big meeting of monsters and they all turned to look at you.
Yeah. I rolled a dice I basically flipped a coin and we rolled evens, which meant get out, so I'm a whoosh away. Very
Okay.
fast.
You hear someone shouting orders in deep speech. Do you know deep speech?
I don't. Maggie did. It
Okay.
does. Former character does.
Okay.
So I book it out of there.
It's really hard to remember what languages everyone has. I totally understand that.
I ended up, or Magdala had so many languages by the end.
Yeah, she did. She had an impressive amount.
I took the linguist feat.
Ah,
But anyway,
that's why. I
um,
see.
yeah, Talia knows Common and Primordial, and that's it. So,
Yep.
anyway, I'll be zooming away now.
The giggles are very appreciated. Okay, do you want to zoom to any of these other places? Do you want to like do something? Let me know.
Uh,
I'm gonna be cleaning up this map.
Well, what's everyone else doing? Because I'm just
did you say
ping-ponging
we saw
around.
something that
I'm
could
sorry,
be...
pinballing
Ah,
around.
there it is. The big crag with the huge obsidian buildings.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop fucking with TTS and I'm gonna start drawing an MS Paint right now.
That's fine. Just
You're not
Just
saying Beavis and Butthead is
genuinely,
going like,
I
"Slap
have
it,
like a 3D
motherfucker."
place, so I'm gonna try to draw it in 3D on MS Paint. So wish me luck.
good. Oh, good luck.
Yeah.
So, I'm just thinking like, what, like, what does that look like if we take like a little flyover the obsidian buildings and the live and dead gaunts? Does that
What does
look
it
like? Yeah, like,
That looks
is
like
that
it's
definitely
probably
the farm?
that they were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and if we get closer, do we see any anything like is there anything of note, I guess is the best way to put it.
You can see something that You can see a large thing that's coming out, and it's. Do you want to spend 6 seconds just chilling there and watching and seeing what happens, or do you want to be going at 300 feet per second so fast that you can barely take in
No,
anything?
I'll probably slow down. I unless I see like a ton of these mind flayers on infestors.
The alarm has been raised, so they all are trying to guard all of their.
The alarm is also going off at this place. I thought the alarm was only going off in one. Okay.
No, these guys are good at telepathy. They
The
can spell
alarm
alarm.
is
I didn't know if
around you.
it just says echoing from some vague source, so I didn't know if it was I didn't know if it was everywhere was on alert. Okay.
It's all around you.
Got
What
it.
is this, THX right now? God damn.
Yeah. Okay. I've almost drawn like the 3D map here.
Mhm.
Okay. So you're zooming around several times and making everyone in their head spin. You can see that there's occasionally some of those mangler guys coming out to kind of like do something with the gun eggs, because some of them lay eggs in little nests. Sometimes they take out the dead ones and they throw them off the side. You see what looks like a very large, kind of like radial creature inside of the building with a lot of tentacles, but it's hard to see details without stopping the zooming.
Okay. Okay.
I'm drawing this as quickly as I can to give you a full picture of the situation.
No, do your best. That's okay. I was just genuinely curious. Like, I didn't know that they were all on alert and all that. That's fine. Yeah, I'd like to slow down to maybe like not a screeching halt. Like there is a difference between, like there's a speed between 300 and 0 that I would like to go to be able to give a little flyby look-see. But if something comes after me or like actively tries to attack me, then I will leave at my, normal speed, fast ass speed. Is that a fair?
Quite fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, just drawing this map. I'm going to label it in a second. Anything else you want to do? If you go beyond those, it seems to be mostly empty for a while. Do you want to just try to go as far as you can? Just let me know anything you'd like to do.
I think after that,
we'd
we'd like
to find
to...
anything that looks like a safe space. Everything seems to be on alert and well guarded right now.
Right. I think after that, honestly, V wants to find everyone else and Thalia and make everything together.
Please find me. I might be lost.
Yeah.
And then we had the Thalia spin-off show. Where in gone
I'm assuming
is
we're like close-ish.
Carmen Sandy Thalia?
Yeah, that's like you guys are. I don't even know where you are. You're just zooming it fast.
Carbon, because she's a gaseous cloud. Am I right?
Got 'em.
Someone pun that. Yo.
So
We have fun here.
Can I ask a quick side question?
Yes.
So I assume that this isn't working anymore because we're on a different plane.
A different plan.
Excuse me. But that ring that I had that was pointing to that had the light that was pointing to the thing east of Shalat with the knoll ruins, that's not still showing like a line, is it?
It's kind of spinning in circles and it's rather dizzying.
Got it. That's what I thought. Okay.
Okay, I've drawn this picture. I'm about to label it, but yeah. Okay, so you guys are just kind of zooming around haphazardly. Everything seems to be guarded. If you want to just keep going, are you looking for anything in particular? Or are you just browsing?
V
Or
was
Gaunt,
looking
I
for
guess?
Gaunts, but then V was looking for Gaunts and then looking for Thalia and then looking for our friends. That's all. That's V's plan at least.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically Kiff's MO too. He knows we need
Yeah.
to find a Gaunt. But he wants
But
to find
V
his
also,
buddies.
you should probably make sure that Captain Stormcall's okay. That because you two are closer.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's a good question. Is what's he doing? Is he just trying to stay low?
Stay low, but I can also, with the last person I spoke with, which I believe was Thalia, within 5 miles, I can track her, or I can be in communication with her. So I at least have a general idea of what she sees if she's willfully communicating it. I actually need the exact distance. I think it's 5 miles. Um, would she be technically within 5 miles?
Sure.
Yay. There you go. So within 5 miles, I can keep in communication with you. I
Okay.
would like, yeah, I would like to liaise at a point.
You want to laze?
So, do you you have to open that thought channel, or is it automatic? Because
It's automatic.
then you are hearing a stream of consciousness as I think about every single thing that I see. And
Honestly,
then zoom
you
around.
would be honestly if I let you hear what mine is, you'd go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say, and then I'll tell you what I have to say.
Okay. I mean, basically, it's a lot of wee, and then oh, look at that rock, and I'm gonna make it through here, and what is that cathedral? It's really loud, and then go, and then you'll see the giant thing, and go, whoa! And then we'll fly around some more, and that's how I'm gonna summarize it really quickly for what probably took way more time than that, but it's
Yes.
like that. There's lots of colors and swirls. And stuff.
Sometimes you just hear the calm sounds of the ocean, but other times you hear the crackle of lightning and a storm. Sometimes
And then other times you just hear Thalia going.
Sometimes you hear the boisterous sounds of people on deck and singing, perhaps a memory. Sometimes there's music, and sometimes there's the voice of a woman, soft and kind. The words are somewhat jarbled, seems faded. Sometimes
Okay.
it's just completely silent and you recognize it.
I like the music. And the thunder.
Can you hear the thunder?
Good stuff.
So
Apparently I can.
have we officially found a spot to land?
So, okay, is that what you're looking for? Are you looking for a safe spot to degas? Is that the goal?
I mean, how long has it been?
If would like to do
It's
that.
not possible to describe an infinite universe. Infinite.
No. I'm saying how long has it been time-wise?
Relative time.
Yeah, we need to know. We should probably be aware of how long it's been since we've been in gaseous form and how long we have left.
I think
calendar tab. So there's about, let's call it 3.5 hours left since
Okay.
you did a tour.
Okay, yeah, I just am genuinely curious because of there's a lot that's happened, and I just don't know how long it's
And
been.
I'm gonna upload this map I've made.
is Captain Stormcall giving directions of go this way?
If I see stuff, then yes. I guess that's my point. Okay, then I will look for a safe place to land based off of what I am familiar with.
Okay.
Because yeah, I'm lost this way.
Can I roll a perception check to try to find a location that's safe to land, and then communicate to Thalia, who will hopefully communicate back to everyone else?
Yeah,
Oh,
roll.
I don't have that capability.
Sure, roll that, Sean.
Well, you can tell me at least,
That's true. If we're together.
which we should be because we've been zooming around together.
Okay.
I rolled bad. 8.
Okay, so you found a place that doesn't have a whole lot on it. It's like a little floating island, and it has a couple of tentacle trees, and it has what appears to be one of those blackish gaunt-like things on it. And
Not adjacent.
we're gonna call this Captain Stormcall's Rest.
Hey.
I'll add this to my map, and I will be sure to put it in TTS in a second.
It's okay.
Oh, Captain's respite.
Okay, here we go. This is the map. It looks kind of like this. And now I'll go back to TTS and update TTS. Make sure I have everything I need. So there's one of these blackish gaunt-like things on it. There's a couple tentacle trees. It seems chill. There's a few of these gentle-ish looking skyray things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Yllaxis is his name.
Nope.
Yeah, it seems chill. You can still hear the alarm though, and you can see some of these flapping creatures, not necessarily inbound, but looking like they could potentially zoom towards you, relatively soon. What would you like to do there?
No time for respite, it seems.
I'm sorry, I missed this. Are we officially ungassed or?
Nope, not yet.
I think we're finding a place to ungas.
And I've run a map, which should help, and we're also clearing the table. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like there's anything hostile on this island. However, you can hear that alarm in the distance, and you can see that there may be people approaching, maybe not. We'll see. This one, it seems to be about 5,000 feet above the Mercury Sea. So I'm gonna draw it now. Okay. Got one of a couple of these guys. And there's a couple of these. This guy's not here. There's a little flock of these guys just chilling.
Trying to get everyone together.
It is windy up here. It's definitely windy. There's none of these or these. Let's go move away.
Because the question is also,
There is one of these.
even if we ungas, how do we then move from one island to another?
We don't.
Well,
The answer is we need a portal. We can't ungas
There
here.
is a gaunt here.
There is something that looks like a gaunt. That
It's
is
not.
true. We don't know what it is.
Would I
Yet.
know what it is?
Captain Stormcall. I completely keep forgetting this. Okay. You've seen that before. You guys also saw those on the Gaunt farm.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
mean,
we have
Kiff
seen another
looked
gaunt.
at a gaunt.
So you might not be
Yeah.
like a Gaunt biologist, but you've seen it among the Gaunts. It looks similar to a Gaunt. Yeah. And Kiff is he's kind of like a foresty type of dude, right? So
Yeah,
he's
he
seen it.
was
studying his
raised by
gauntology.
wolves.
Yeah.
So Kiff, you think this could be another gender of Gaunt or another caste of Gaunt? Potentially, or a different species.
Ah.
You think, Kiff, this might be a youngin?
Kiff,
Yeah.
no, sure, but Kiff think maybe a gaunt.
We can indeed look at it. Why not?
It's drinking from a little pool of turquoise-ish liquids,
Goop.
quite gently.
All right. I'm gonna move us
It
all.
even goes wow. And then it goes back to sipping.
Oh, it
I
looked
have
at
an
us and
idea.
went wow.
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 I have an idea.
Wow.
Idea away. What is your idea?
Has it there? Okay. So, what if we ungas and then we go with a gaunt into the airless storage place that we have, and then someone who can fly takes the key to that storage place and flies out through a portal with it, breaking us all out. And because we have the staff, we can respirate from inside the place with no air.
Wait, one more time, Talia.
This is a
Okay.
big brain idea.
What?
Okay.
V
So-
just got very
Extraordinary brain
confused
idea.
by your big brain idea, and he is a very smart boy. Can
Okay.
you say that one more time?
Okay. We have a key that
Yes.
opens our little library that I made.
Ah, yes.
It has no air in it. You can't breathe in it when the
Yes.
door's closed.
Correct.
Okay. So, what if we put a gaunt in there? Because they also can't breathe here. And then
Interesting.
we get in there in not gas form, and then someone
try to milk it.
takes. No, we stay there. We close the door, and then
And
one
someone
person takes the key and flies out through a portal with the key and all of us.
Would we be able to go through the original portal again?
I don't know.
We did come through. Didn't we come through all the way?
Well, there's
Quite
a
far
slightly
from there.
simpler solution to this. Just
I guess
for the
to be
record.
generous, I would say that you didn't see quite as many of those guys on that original place as you saw before. Maybe just
Okay.
like one or two.
Okay.
Okay, so I will point this out here. We could keep the Gaunt in there specifically, and then just close the door, and then use teleport scroll to get out.
We need to make sure that the Gaunt doesn't is safe in the zone. Out of character. Remember they
Plus-
sizzle when they touch air, so
Yeah,
I
they
don't.
sort of like implode / sizzle when they
Right,
touch
but the
normal.
library doesn't have normal air. The library has nothing, or the area that we have the key to has nothing. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. We should. V is saying we should make sure that we watch the Gaunt for a couple of seconds, and if it looks like it's getting harmed, we should take it back into this zone.
Plus, I feel like this is like a test run, kind of. 'Cause
Yes.
we have one plane shift scroll.
Yes, yeah, we have
Which
a
should be,
singular
like,
plane shift. It should be the
if
the
we are-
last possible thing.
At last resort, yeah.
The who can use the plane shift scroll? We should make sure the person who is on the outside is someone who can use it.
Is it any caster?
No, I don't know if it's any full
So,
caster or if it's
I-
very specific classes.
I think any caster can try, but there's like a
There's a
challenge
disadvantage, right?
to that you have to beat unless it's in your spell list.
Yes, that's which is better than the original rules. So anybody
Right.
who can cast can try, but it might be harder if you're not of the list.
Who can cast
So-
what is it?
Is
Plane shift is the one you bought.
I'm almost
we-
positive I do not have that on my list.
Is that
No,
just
but-
wizard or is
Yeah.
that wizard?
no,
and
It's-
bard?
it's cleric,
No.
sorcerer,
Cleric.
warlock, wizard, and druid. So
Yes. It's
a
the
lot.
major casters, yeah.
So of this group, it would be Thalia and
Captain Stormcall.
Yes. Oh, I got booted.
It happens.
Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be one of you two. V just thinks that it would be best to have, a person who will not have a challenge casting, especially if it is an emergency.
Like to stay on the outside.
Yes.
Yep.
I can hold my breath, but I don't have another 6th level spell slot to do Investiture of Wind.
Okay.
So let's see, Control Wind. Choose one of the following effects. That's not gonna work. Yeah, so the only issue is without Investiture of Wind, I can't fly there freely. I'd have to hitch a ride. on
Yeah,
something.
you'd have to hitch a ride. I can't fly at all without Windwalk.
I
full
can
stop.
glide. I can fall with
You can
style.
fall, yes.
I can fly.
I can also I
Yes.
can levitate indefinitely, but I can't do
I
that.
can stare.
It's
Hard
looking
luckily.
it's looking like Talia and Captain Stormcall honestly is our best shot here. You're the only one that has any ability to fly.
I can fly.
Regularly.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. Only for 10 minutes. Would you be able to get over there with the sorcerer points you have?
I mean, I could keep burning them. I have a bunch still.
How many do you have, though?
A lot.
Okay. I don't know how many points sorcerers get. Again, I haven't played a sorcerer in a very long time.
So how far away would you say it is? Charles,
Can you repeat the question?
how far away would you say it is?
I'm sorry, I was taking some notes. Can you give me a little more context?
Yeah, so we're talking about we have to wrangle us one of them boys. How far away?
This guy from you?
No,
It doesn't
no.
seem to.
He's saying like, or I think what you're saying is based on where we are to the portal that we originally came in through. How far is that?
Okay, so using triangulation, let's triangulate this. It's roughly gonna be 4,000 feet, not meters. 4,000 feet.
4,000 feet. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a mile. That's under a
As
mile.
the crow flies.
Yeah, that's under a mile.
Yeah, a little under a mile.
Yeah.
So
To the easty downy.
The Easty Downey.
Yes.
And
It's
how
quite windy up here.
far?
quite windy.
Yeah, and how far is the Gaunt farm from where
That's
we
kind of like
initially
the
came in?
opposite side of the dimension. That's gonna be like
Yeah.
8,000 feet, let's say. 8,000.
No. How far is the Gaunt farm from where we originally came in?
From where you originally came in, it's about 5,000 feet. Assuming you guys are all excellent mathematical triangulation experts.
The only other thing I can
No,
The
think
but
gun's
of,
very
he's
slowly
smartish.
crawling towards you. Not gun. The probably gun is crawling very slowly.
the only other thing I could think of is if we want to try going out of the portal that's near the Gaunt farm, so that we, if we can get back in. Well, I don't know if the portals will shift, but like that way, if we could get in and be right by the Gaunt farm, and then try to put them in that room, and then take them out and milk them, like quick exit if we're right by that portal. It's probably well guarded. Never mind. It's a stream of consciousness.
yeah. Well, no, I mean, I would. It's not that far. 4,000 feet is not that far. We can do it. We just gotta wrangle and go. Like it's got to be quick. I do like it because it means we don't have to stand to fight.
So,
Alright. So what is our immediate plan? We do have a Gaunt in front of us. V kind of gestures at the Gaunt. We're still kind of gases.
It's trying to fondle the Kiff with its feelers, but it can't because Kiff is so gassy.
Gas.
As a gas, can Kiff smell?
It doesn't say you can't smell.
Does Kiff smell anything that even mildly resembles milk?
It smells similar to a cockroach.
eh,
If you know that smell, because I know that smell.
That is
Kind of like a
Yes,
greasy.
it's
dirty-
gross.
greasy,
It's
dirty-
disgusting.
nasty.
Like a bitter, greasy, dirty smell. But it seems friendly. It just goes wow, wow. It's almost like asking Kiff a question.
Kiff will take his gaseous self and kind of maneuver his way around the Gaunt in like a playful fashion to try to make it. What's the word I'm looking for?
It tries to nuzzle you, but it can't do it so well because of your gas. It seems quite friendly and docile. Almost as though it might have been bred for such things.
Kiff will say, "This one seems friend."
Although this one, yep. Kiff notices that this one does not seem to have wings, which is interesting because the other one did. And you might wonder how it got here without it.
B is just gonna say, do you know if this one is a male or female, Kiff? You seem to be able to identify it earlier.
Well, Kiff do know. Actually, and then Kiff will gaseously turn to V and say, "V, you know B. You are B. Does Queen Bee have wings?"
Well, sort of. The queen bee, if we're not mistaken, does form wings, but they're just so small they're essentially inept. They do not fly. They are, well, V kind of like points somewhere inside of the chest cavity. V does not travel in any way. So there is no need for the queen to use any type of movement. So the wings are small and insignificant, if anything.
V can see that there's these little spots on the gaunt where wings might be,
Yeah, like
but
little
they're pretty
bitties,
shriveled. They're shriveled as stumps.
little baby,
Those
little
brown
bits.
spots.
Yeah.
Kiff will say, maybe this one here, to be safe away from danger, to make more gaunt, and others fly to it to give food and other things.
It is peculiar it's not being guarded if that is the case, but we don't think it's the worst idea, the most uncommon idea. We could understand it being away for breeding purposes. V's just kind of looking it up and down. It really isn't much like one of us, but you might have an idea with the wings. What do you want to do with it?
I'm gonna just try something. I switch my telepathy from Thalia to the Gaunt and say, "Can you understand me?"
Does that feature specifically say it works on animals?
I believe it says creatures, but let me look. If it says humanoids or creatures.
One of those newfangled.
Telepathic speech. As a bonus action, choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. You and the chosen creature can speak telepathically with each other while you are within 5 miles.
Okay, according to RPG Stack Exchange, it says, with telepathy, the creature understands you, only if you two share a language. This beast does not have a language.
Can it?
But it does react. It kind of looks like it waves its pinchers around and goes, wow. Wow.
Can it breathe water?
You're asking it if it can breathe water?
I'm asking you if it can breathe water, because I can communicate simple ideas with beasts that can breathe water.
You don't
That's
see
cool as
water
heck.
in this dimension, but you figure you can try, and it doesn't work. So it doesn't seem like it breathes water.
Very good.
This dimension has liquids. There's like this turquoisey liquid, and then there's the chromy mercury like liquid down below. Doesn't seem to have water anywhere.
Very good. Okay.
Kiff kind of wants to
These
spur
guys
the
fly by
action
and
a
say,
bit.
"Bee."
So Kiff wants to try a thing, but he would have to degas to do it.
You want to talk to us first about it?
Yes, sure. Kiff has locate object. Gaunt milk is indeed an object.
There's an
If I
object for-
degas and locate Gaunt milk, if I find it within this creature,
For locate object, do you have to have the object or just have seen it? I think it's have
describe
seen, right?
or name an object that is familiar to you.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure.
That sounds good to me.
Plus Kiff would be familiar with God Milk because we had it in Cart.
We had some. Yeah, as long as you've seen it up within 30 feet at least once.
Okay, that's an interesting idea.
Not the worst.
You can do that. I might want to try one thing before that.
Go for it.
I want to use prestidigitation, and what I want to do is I want to make a non-magical illusory trinket in my hand, and that would be for just a what would seem like, but in a clear container. And I try to express to this Gaunt and says, do you know where this is?
So you want to have like an illusionary container of gaunt milk, right?
Correct.
And you're gonna hold it out to this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna just kind of saunter on up to you. And he looks at it with no apparent eyes, as you can see. And he says, "Wow, wow, wow!" And he's kind of reaching out to take it.
I put it down and I try to communicate to him by like putting my hand through it. It's an illusion.
Based on everything you've seen up till now, you conclude that this thing has slightly more intelligence than a cow, but not quite as much as a dog.
Cows
It
are
does
pretty
seem to
actually
be-
pretty
It
smart.
does seem to be attracted to this liquid, but then it kind of is disappointed when it inevitably disappears at the end of your next turn. It tries to like grab it, and it tries to like spread it out on the ground. And it seems quite happy and excited to see it.
So in other words, it's acting like my dog.
Yeah.
Well, what that does tell us is that it does in fact want got milk. So maybe
It wants gaunt milk. It wants it. It's happy to see it.
It wants it.
And when it
needs
disappears, it goes wow, and it looks sad at this.
Got
okay.
milk?
So we do got milk. Maybe we can use it as like a way to track it.
Okay.
It then goes over to the edge of the thing, and then it kind of like goes wow, like kind of like a howling,
At
mournful
the
type
edge of
sound,
oh.
just at the distance, kind of a mournful sound. And it sheds a single tear of turquoise liquid.
Oh,
I'm getting hit right in the feels.
Well, it looks like it's
It sounds like you
It's
remind
family. Yeah.
so wait a minute. It just shed a tear of turquoise liquid.
turquoise.
And it was drinking the turquoise liquid. Maybe that is the equivalent, the Zan equivalent, or again, I forget which N we are in.
Zan.
Zan, yeah. Of water.
I would probably know if that's what that is or not. Right?
You've seen it before. I think you probably drank it. It's kind of like mildly starchy and nutritious, but it's not quite water.
Gotcha. I cannot use the cantrip shape water on it.
No.
Very good.
it
Good
would
to
have
know.
to be like a move liquid.
You know what? Since if you could, shape water. Yeah, you could shape it like to some degree. Maybe not exactly as well, but you could do it to
Yeah.
some degree.
I didn't want to. I
I
just
want to be
wanted.
generous. I don't want to be like a stingy with actions.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm not doing anything with that. I just wanted to know. That's all.
It has some type of water content, but it is not water all the way.
Like I'm being generous because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, because it's a liquid of some type. That's fair. Well, we have a decision to make. What are we going to do? Are we going to ungas? Are we going to continue to stay as gas and continue to look around?
maybe what we do is you had a clear plan with the capturing a gun and swooping back to the material plane. Perhaps that is the plan. Perhaps Kiff degasses. I turn into a flying eagle and be his wings, and then we do everything else that we talked about before. Wow, he has locate object.
Just the
Quick
one thing
question,
is,
Talia. Oh, go ahead.
was I didn't hear the full list of the available casters. Was Bard in there?
No.
Art is not.
That's what I thought.
I
Bard is
assume that
one.
Ranger is not one of
But
them.
no, but
Correct.
but Captain Stormcall can cast it.
Ah,
Captain
yes.
Stormcall is
Copy.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, can Kiff be the only one who degasses, or do we all have to degas? I don't know how the spell works. Talia, if you
No,
could
I
fill us in.
think we can. It's voluntary
Ah,
degassing.
It's an action you can take
wonderful.
individually.
Okay, good to know.
Seems like as good of a plan as any to me.
So the rest of us are staying in gas-ish form. Oh my god.
We're staying in fart mode, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Unless we should preemptively degas in case we need to actually do anything. Because I feel like if we're in that room, we don't really need to stay gaseous.
I mean, we
Yeah.
would have to get over there anyway, so.
Well, yeah, but I thought our idea was that we're gonna lead the Gaunt into the library. We should also take a look at that green stuff before we leave.
That's true. We don't need to be in there.
Right,
I think
we
it was
don't.
just if we wanted to stealthily get.
Oh, I thought we were going with the plan of going towards the Gaunt farm because we didn't know if this Gaunt had Gaunt milk.
This Gaunt probably doesn't have Gaunt milk, if I had to guess.
Honestly, we have no idea, and we don't know how Gaunt milk is taken. So we should.
Hence my locate object. That's
Yeah,
why,
I think it's not a bad idea.
So
and then you can look at the lake too before we leave.
Yeah. If we do that, can Captain Stormcall, because can you fly from island to island though?
To some extent, it depends how far it is. And the other thing I can do is, it's going to be an extended period of time, I can turn into a giant eagle.
Flying creature, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think that's our best course of action right now, honestly. Giant eagle, Kiff, locate object.
Why don't we locate object first?
Because I need to do gas.
Right, we can degas here in a safe space.
Also, by the way, the alarm sound seems to have been turned off.
Oh, good to know. But I'm saying, why would we fly around when there's more risk of being seen if right here we have one little boy who seems pretty fine with it? And he seems relatively distractible. Why don't you degas here?
Well, yeah, but we're talking about the rest of you.
Right, we're not going to degas.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying why don't you just do that here and then you do locate object first, because how big of a range
that was the whole plan.
Okay, you said locate object was after we went down to the Gaunt milk farm. I was confused with your ordering.
I think he was saying after degassing, because he can't do it before degassing.
Right, he's going to degas, locate object, and then once he finds the object, we'll go towards it.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Yes, I was confused by the order that you said it in. Okay.
Right. What Kiff will do is he will float up into the tree as a gas to kind of sit down on a branch so he's not right in front of the Gaunt when he changes back and spooks him.
Okay.
Did the
You
trees
should
attack us
know that
before?
the trees have some similarity to anemones in that they seem to be catching any little bugs that fly in and eating
Oh,
them.
maybe not then. Maybe just far enough away to not spook the Gaunt.
Okay.
And then Kiff will degas.
Okay. And everybody else is just waiting, right?
Waiting, taking a look at the green, taking a look at the Gaunt, or the turquoise, excuse me.
Probably trying to listen for.
Yeah, listening
If
for stuff,
anything's
keeping
coming.
our eyes and ears open, basically.
The Gaunt, it just kind of wanders around in circles. Looks pretty bored. It makes a little stack of rocks. It wanders around. It eventually notices Kiv degassing, and it goes wow. And it reaches out to fondle him with its feelers, and it can feel a little bit. And it says wow. And it's just going to take a very gentle experimental nibble of Kiff.
Kiff was raised by wolves. He knows play nibbles. He'll let him know it.
Kiff takes exactly 1 point of damage, and the Gaunt spits and goes pip, pip, and it steps back. And it kind of crouches in the bushes.
Kobold meat, only like man meat.
Kiff will take a little cube of cheese and hold it
It's
up.
real now. He's back in real form.
Yeah, take a little cube of cheese that he has and hold it up, then place it down on the ground for the Gaunt. And then kind of look a little bit in the other direction, looking at the Gaunt from the side of his eye, but not his, in his peripheral vision, if you will.
Okay, so it'll come up carefully, and it's going to tap the cheese with the feelers. And it's gonna eat the cheese, and it says, wow. Wow. It seems happy about that.
Kiff will, again, not look directly at it, but, kind of to the side, and he'll try to mimic the sound of the gun, like the womp womp womp.
Okay, so it mimics you back. It seems to enjoy doing that.
And then Kiff will, he'll get down on a knee, to, look not very threatening, and then he will cast Locate Object for Gaunt Milk.
I kind of wonder if anyone can speak. But anyway, you cast Look It Up. So you sense that it has a very tiny amount of it in like one of its glands. Very tiny amount, like less like a quarter of a vial of it, if that makes any sense. But then you sense a absolute shitload of Gaunt Milk at the Gaunt Farm. In that direction. And a bunch of it in the forest crag as well.
Kiff will turn to his gaseous friends, and he'll say 2 places, and he will point to both places.
Fontiev will just be like, what?
And in the mountain crag as well.
We wonder if the mountain crag might be more easier to get at Gaunt and lured into a space where we can get it home versus the Gaunt.
Kiff can't breathe. What's Kiff breathing?
Bubbles
No,
has the air
the-
staff.
I cast with the air staff and then turned us to wind.
Oh no, that.
So the air staff is still.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You
in
have.
effect.
Yeah, the air staff is in effect.
Yeah.
Oh, you're concentrating on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Excuse me.
we
You
discussed
should be
that.
close to Kiff, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm moving
Yes.
us. There you go.
The gun does not like the air. It backs away when the air comes close, but it can be close enough to Kiff to interact with Kiff.
Yeah, Kiff will, when it sees it be a little bit spooked, Kiff will pull out another little piece of cheese, hold his hand out with it, just to assure him that everything is okay. Air can't hurt him. Well, that air at least.
It's gonna gently with its mandibles take the cheese from your hand with incredible gentleness. It seems like such a docile and sweet creature. By nature.
Kiff will say, Kiff like Gaunt friend.
And it's gonna nuzzle you very gently as well. With its gigantic head.
Kiff really like Gaunt friend.
Have you found Gaunt milk, Kiff?
Yes, and Kiff will point to the 2 places that he pointed before.
So this one does not have milk, correct?
Not enough, sadly. Well, perhaps not sadly. And then Kiff will look at it and give it a little bet.
Okay, Kiff, please make like a nature or animal handling roll. Or survival, your choice, now that you have had a chance to appreciate this Gaunt.
There we go. 21.
It seems like if it was in the grasshopper family, this would be considered a male grasshopper. So it's probably a male Gaunt, or something similar to that.
Ah, there we go. I will communicate that with the rest of the party.
You also notice that there's something appears to be under the water. Now that you're non-gassy, you can see something under the water there.
Kiff will walk over and attempt to inspect it.
It seems like the same portal-y thing at the other islands, but it's been kind of knocked over and it's under the surface of the water.
Kiff will say, friends. Portal under green muck.
Would
Is
you
this
like
poison? Is
Kiff
this
will first like to kind of dip his fingernail into the liquid to make sure it is not harmful.
It has the consistency of shampoo, and it doesn't seem to be harming you.
Kiff will like to sniff it.
It smells like jasmine.
Kiff will like to lick his fingernail.
It tastes like soap, but it does seem to have some sort of like starchy flavor as well. It doesn't taste good, but it has some starchy flavors.
Kiff kind of goes, pleh. And then Kiff says something along the lines of, Kiff heard of herb like this. Only some people like it.
Ah, yes.
Sorry, my cat fucking got tangled in
He-
my
he's-
headset. 1 second.
Yeah, give him a moment.
Yeah, just like
The king of derp.
He keeps jumping on top of our wires.
Okay, I'm back. If Kiff can get the portal out by his lonesome, he will do so.
he can do it. Yep. It's similar to that one. So it has this pedestal, right? It has a bunch of different slots and different shapes. Some that he recognizes from those portals that you guys stole from that rack way back when. So it seems almost like you could just stick it in the slot and it might turn on.
If I have the Staff of Understanding, I cannot give it to anyone because I am a ghosty boy, correct?
The only actions you can take is talking, dashing, or
Perfect.
retreating.
Perfect. I'm just making sure.
You cannot get item, you cannot use item, you
Use
cannot
it
drop.
or give them, yeah. Okay.
So another question: who has the key to the storage space?
I thought we put that kind of in a general spot because we have like shared non-stored party items, which is the wand, the sandals. Oh no, you have the key.
Me?
Yeah, I thought you had it, didn't you?
Do I?
I do not have it. I'm like 90% sure you were like, I used it last, so I have it.
What's
I
in
mean-
there?
I mean, it might be me if I had a guess.
It could also be Fontiev. I don't remember. I remember someone going, oh, I have the key, and it wasn't me. So that's all I remember.
I mean, I was mostly the keeper of the key, and I know Thalia was doing a lot of organization in closet, so...
Put things in while people were doing stuff.
So
Either way, one of us has it.
while Gas is arguing, Kiff would like to reach down. I believe he has an empty, like, small glass jar from one of the multitude of food items that he has picked up over his adventure. Kiff would like to take some of the liquid into the jar,
Okay.
and then close it up and put it in the bag of Colding. Yeah, he has one bag of Colding currently.
Okay, sure. Does Kiff want to do anything else? Being one of the few real people here?
I'm a real boy.
Kiff will then turn to the party and say, well, friends, there's Gaunt Milk, and then he'll point to the direction of the crag. That way. But there's Portal, and then he'll point at the portal. This way. What do?
Well,
We came here for Gaunt Milk. We shouldn't leave without it. Sorry for cutting you off. Continue.
I mean, we don't even have to use the portal if we have the scroll of plane shift, right?
Yes, but it's our only plane shift portal, and I think we're kind of saying that we want to try to not use it if we don't have to.
Understood.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because it was very
Understood.
expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah, it used a lot of party funds.
So maybe Kiff go with Captain and go try Milk Gaunt and come back and we use Portal?
I think that's an okay idea.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. There's not really a better option, right?
Kiff seemed to have good relation with Gaunt. And he'll look at his new Gaunt friend and kind of wave.
It goes back. It's looking this portal, and occasionally it will go on, and off. And the kind of jumps when that happens.
You're super pixely. I cannot tell what you're saying.
I apologize. Kant is currently licking this portal frame that Kiff pulled out of the sludge, and it occasionally turns on and off by accident as it's licking it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Do you think that I can change into a beast to fly, no doubt. Do you think that this thing's wings are just tucked in? Or do you think that it can actually fly?
Kiff believes that this one is... I don't know, because Kiff saw the stumpy little wings, so he doesn't think this one in particular is capable of flight.
Very good. Very good.
I mean, Kiff is ready to try it if you guys are, if you guys think it's the way to go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, why not?
One thing before we go, Kiff has 2 basic healing potions. He's gonna guzzle one down. He's gonna give one to Captain Stormcall.
Thank you very kindly. I'll need that.
Makes sense.
Big time.
And Kiff will also use his second wind.
Okay.
So that altogether 1d10 plus 1d4 plus 16, I believe.
Do we want to make a, flight order, as in, do the gaseous forms? I kind of want to be, on the outside of Kiff and Captain Stormcall as a bird, so that we can kind of mist them, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Give some type of distraction.
Some cover, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be helpful.
Yeah? So there you go.
Couldn't hoit.
There we go, we're doing it.
Okay, so Kiff is real, and Captain is real, and Captain is going to be a bird, right?
Yes, I'm a real bird.
He's a real
I'm a real bird.
A real bird.
And other people are flying slowly enough to stay together with them. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is correct.
Yeah. I think
We're
I
like-
have to be somewhere in the middle to make sure everyone can breathe.
Yeah, Thalia will be the closest. Oh boy, here we go.
I also want to point out that my giant eagle has the face of a parrot.
Oh, I
Yes.
love it.
How do you
As it should.
nose?
It's a toucan.
Okay. And you guys are flying directly to the God Farm Floating Crag, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
And
Trying to
as we
avoid any
take off,
patrols on your way as you best can.
Yes.
and as we take off, I give a big old squawk.
Nice.
That's all.
Right. So you approach it. So it's kind of in 3 groups, with each with a bridge between them. So there's kind of like the paddock crag, which is over here. And then there's the processing facility crag, which is here. There's a little bridge.
So wait, is this the farm or the other crag? I thought there was...
Are we
places.
going to the other crag first? Which one are we going to? The farm or the other crag?
First.
Yeah, you gotta make
You're
a choice.
breaking up again.
So yeah,
Which
I
one
thought
did you
we
wanna go
we all
first?
agreed that the not farm that had gaunt milk would be safer.
Okay, so we're starting with the not gaunt. Well, you did not say anything. That are we going to the gaunt farm and everything?
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I thought that was implied.
No, it was not implied at all.
Okay.
Sorry, are we
so
It
trying
was
to...
in fact applied.
The 2
Yes.
that did not the 2 that were not the farm that had the milk was the forest crag and the mountain crag, for lack of a better word.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with forest.
Okay, forest crag. Okay. So the forest crag is it's quite big, so I'm gonna draw up.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Are we still planning on trying to put the gun in the spare room thing, or no?
If we can milk it in time, I don't see why we need to.
Okay. Do we want to have them as a backup or no? I'm just asking because then whoever had the key would need to shift.
Well, okay. Follow-up question: how much gaunt milk do we need?
A fuck ton.
Enough
As
to
much as we
literally
can.
cure everybody in the city. So a lot.
Yeah,
Then
so,
wouldn't we need to have the entire gaunt with us then?
well, ideally, there's some that's already,
Milked.
harvested. Yeah, and we're just stealing the milk and
that
not.
and
that-
if we don't use plane shift, we can come back and get a gaunt like the one that's way up there.
Hmm.
And
Also,
then yeah,
kill the broom mother so she doesn't keep making
that also
new
is
strains of
that is
virus.
also
But
a thing.
the reason I was asking now is just if we wanted that to have it like as a backup as well or not, because
Yeah, are we doing
other
that? Or,
thing-
that's a good question.
I mean, the other thing you can do is you can capture multiple in your little library. You can use the plane shift scroll. Actually, you don't even need that, but if you capture multiple in there, that's just like, then you have your own herd to just keep going to.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, that works too, but just like we need to figure that out.
Yeah, so I guess what is the plan? Plan number 1, search for what's around. Plan number 2, trap as many gaunt as we can. We are not milking them on site, right?
The problem is if that's our plan number 2, the person who has the key needs to unghost.
okay. So
Which
we're gonna
is
say I have the
whom?
key because
Yeah.
I may have been the last one to touch it. I will
Remember?
whatever.
Yeah.
And then I can
you can fly along with us, sort of thing, or even
so
just
I can't fly
glide.
along. I need to hitch a ride on Eagle,
Well,
or
glide
use
near it. Yeah.
chain
can-
link onto your foot and then be in
I
between
mean,
you
if
and the rest
if
of the
you
group.
need the eagle, I can hold on to the eagle's talon and glide myself.
The eagle is an eagle. It probably can help both of you.
It is a large size eagle.
Yeah,
It
and
is a
both of
That's
you
large-
true.
have the
I
ability
can't-
to
yeah,
glide if you
I
drop.
I can't levitate anymore because I'm focusing on the breathing thing.
Oh, yeah. So then you should be pretty solidly
Well,
on the eagle.
Before, let me read something. If you
I would just
want,
give that to Bubbles. That was dumb of me.
Yeah, you can give the staff to Bubble.
I don't think I can because Bubbles is also incorporeal.
Yeah. Well, no, because Bubbles can't move with the staff on. Or didn't we give it to Bubbles? I don't remember. Oh no, I guess you did. I don't remember either.
I can't remember. It's been like a month.
It's been a while, yeah.
Just quick reference here. There is a 10-minute warning.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Unfortunately, I really can't go
Yeah.
over tonight either.
Me too.
I'm the only stagehand for a
Tomorrow.
rehearsal tomorrow, so
yeah, buddy, that's
Ooh.
rough.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel you.
that is sad. Quick note, I won't be here next week, so I don't know if we want to say that Bubbles has it just so everyone can breathe. But
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
We could
I'm
also.
pretty sure Bubbles had it. I think you
Okay.
did.
Did he?
Yes. Him, though.
We did gasify him, but then does that mean that no one can breathe this entire time, or does that mean it is in effect?
I ruled that you can breathe because you were gassed.
So that means
because
but
well,
then
no,
that
'cause I-
means that anyone who wasn't gas, aka Captain Stormcall, would be dead.
No, because Thalia was already on it, just as a backup, I believe.
Was concentrating on it? Wait, no, but Bubbles had the staff. Bubbles couldn't give it to Thalia when he was in gaseous form.
So you have to commit to either Bubbles or Thalia having it.
No, I think I had to have it because I needed to have the wand in order to cast.
I think you're
Windwalk.
right.
I
Yeah.
only have Windwalk because I
took it
had
from
it.
Bubbles. I remember that now.
Yeah.
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 So I think what we said is I couldn't concentrate. I could not like initiate concentrating on it while gaseous. So I started concentrating on it and then
Then
cast
gaseous.
Windwalk while concentrating on it.
Right.
But also that means that when I let off the people, everyone stopped breathing.
What do you mean when you let off the people?
When I went on a wild
Yeah,
goose
that means
chase
everyone
with
would
a
have
herd
like
of
died.
corruptors.
I remember that we agreed that because you were in gas, you did need to breathe while you were in gas.
Right.
Okay.
But we also
As far
have
as
Captain Stormcall.
Captain Stormcall, I didn't even.
Don't
expect
worry
him
about
to
it right now.
my
Okay.
brain hasn't thought about that, but I'm gonna
I've
give.
lived here for
Can breathe
years.
for the
Okay.
same reason that Scrappy can breathe.
Yes,
Yes,
which
sure.
is-
I've lived here for years.
It's just
adaptation.
because
Figured
it's
it
not
out.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, in that case, I guess I have it, and I am turning ungaseous, and I will stay with I have to be on the eagle then, because if I'm constant.
Yeah. Hey, go for it.
Yeah, because Kiff needs to breathe.
Yeah.
So then I'd have to focus on it. So yeah, I will be on the eagle because I can't levitate.
Okay.
While concentrating on the other thing.
And just for my personal, you didn't mention anything with that lonely gun on being
I
correct, right?
can't understand what you're saying at all.
Yeah, you're getting really choppy. Sorry.
I wonder why.
It's called Comcast.
Yeah.
It says I have 700.
Weird internet.
It like comes.
Can you
and
hear me
goes
now?
when you-
Yes.
Yeah.
I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Something about breathing. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
So Maggie, are you degassing on the ride? Can you hear me?
Talia,
Yeah.
are you degassing on
Maggie.
the...
So that's why I was asking beforehand, because I would have needed to say bye, Kiff. Sure, since I didn't clear beforehand. I'm finding a little alcove, staying near Kiff and
Okay,
gassing.
got it. Cool. So you're providing the air bolt. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What next? Shall we stop here? Shall we do more?
Here would be a great place just so that we can get right into it when we come back. Is that okay?
Because like the scene is set, we're not doing
Yeah.
anything else, which will probably cause a chain reaction of events.
Yes. Yeah,
All
this
right.
is high level D&D. The spell stuff gets complicated with high level D&D.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going
There's a
on.
lot of weird spells. But
It's
we're making progress. Clearly making progress.
Yeah. All right. Well then, for the sake of recording, can you guys say bang?
Bad.
Oh, what was that, Sean?
For your channel, can I just say I don't know who participated, but you know you
Oh
a
yeah.
couple of weeks ago were
Did our little
raiding my
raid.
yeah, and she reached her
You did?
goal in the first day. So I just
Oh,
want to
that's
say thank you
wonderful.
for the help. That's
Oh,
all.
that's awesome. That's really wonderful. I'm so glad that we could help. Seriously, just like being able to go. A bunch of people were on. I think I had like 12 or 13 people. I think.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Wow,
it was a good little group, and they were all really cool. They stuck around and all of that. So I'm really glad that we could help at all. Yeah, and she seems super sweet. So I'm glad to do it.
What happened?
Yeah. We raided one of Sean's friends who was Sean. If you want to kind of give the thing, she was doing a charity stream, but for something kind of
Yeah,
special.
so a couple of weeks ago, it was my friend's birthday, and she was doing a charity stream weekend for a cause that she cares about a lot because it's about a condition that's very rare that only about 2,000 women in the United States have, and she is one of them. So she raised on the first day over $2,000 for awareness and research of the condition called LAM.
Awesome. I'm just so glad that we could help, like even a
Thank
little
you
bit,
so
you know. Yeah. Okay, now for the sake of recording, you could say bye.
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 Nah.